computer. Love it.
That's fine. I can be done too. I can be done
While
too.
they decide to tell you what to do, I'm gonna fix streams. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello. Oh, okay.
Oh, I am part of who am I part of? Or who is part of me? Dahlia is part of me. I don't think I'm part of anyone.
We're together forever.
We're all literally one big happy family.
Hello, Twitch. Welcome to the Blades of Echoes of Our Lives of Bahamut. It's so happy you guys could join us today. We've got a fuck ton of people. I mean, we got a darn ton of people in the stream today. So
It's explicit. You can say fuck.
We're past the first 30 seconds.
We've got a motherfucking truckload of bitches up here.
Okay, not that much. Take it back. Take it back.
Okay. All right, we'll take it down.
Can we go full Jane on the Bob here? Fuck. Mother.
A truckload.
And Joe is taking a moment to set up the stream for us, so we will regale you in a bunch of things we are doing this week.
And the person currently regaling you is split between
You're
two
starting off strong. You're starting off strong. I love it.
All right, here, I'll pick one. I'll pick one side. So, if you guys don't know, obviously we're streaming tonight. This is our final in-person stream for both 1.5 and Campaign 3 crossover episodes. Crazy. Wow, you didn't see it coming, even though we streamed this on Friday. So, we're doing that again today. This is the final online session for both of our campaigns. We are sad. I definitely didn't cry a little bit. I probably won't cry myself to sleep tonight. So, that being said, our final session for both of these campaigns is going to be in person. What? Crazy. I know, I'm leaving my room for once. It's great. We will be doing that in what city?
Beloit, Wisconsin. Beloit, Wisconsin.
We will not be live streaming it. We will be recording it to then debut on Twitch at a later date. That is to be determined depending on how many times we say fuck in the church. So So that being said, we will post that news once we have it.
I didn't even think of that. We're gonna fucking burn.
It's not a church anymore. You're all good.
That's a crazy ground now.
I got fired from the clerics. I've accepted it. But
trust me, the number of theaters I have seen in deconsecrated churches and some wild shows. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sure. So that being said, make sure you guys check out all of our social medias, whether it is the Nerdy Playbook Instagram, or it's my Instagram, Joe's Instagram, Kayla's Instagram, Ben's Instagram, or Sarah's Instagram.
All the Instagrams.
I was gonna go down the list.
All the great. Yeah, try to find Sarah's Instagram. I'm sure it exists out there somewhere.
Yeah. Right? There's at least a picture of me and Joey in our Halloween costume. And some guy asked if he could post it to Instagram, and I was like, sure. So you'll find me as Shigo somewhere out there. Somewhere.
Yeah, we will be posting.
One last announcement, guys. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Oh no, you
getting so fucking psyched. Jesus.
One last announcement, guys, girls, everything in between. Not only will we be continuing these amazing stories, not with these characters, try not to cry. I know, hold back the tears. In Chapter 4, as it comes, announcements will be made on the social medias. But remember, we also, in a galaxy far, far away, some of us here, Ben, Angel, myself, we've added some new characters that have really brought our Star Wars campaign into very interesting turn of events. So
drug dealers!
Tune in, run outs on the social networks. Maybe we're drug running, maybe we're not. It's neither here nor there.
On Netflix soon. Yeah, check us out for Star Wars. Towards the end of the month, we will be going to an alternating Thursday schedule. So the first drop of that date is to be determined because I don't have my calendar in front of me.
January 23rd, baby.
Okay, it's that one. It's January 23rd. So make sure that you tune in live here and see it January 23rd for Star Wars.
Star Wars, it's a team effort.
Yeah. So
last we left off, Margani had a knife to her throat.
When do I not have a knife to my throat?
I mean, that's pretty much every episode.
I'm either drunk, high, or I'm getting stabbed. So it's
or hit on by Chads.
Or hit on.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it goes. So.
I got to figure out who I'm.
Whoa!
I got to figure out who I'm missing.
We're going.
I gotta do Corey. Where's Corey? There's Corey. Okay.
No one's really missing me.
Whoa!
Where did she
You
go?
can't see me
We're
like
missing
this.
people.
We're
They're missing
Who
people.
are we missing? Missing Ben?
Curtain. The curtain. Don't
Me?
see behind the curtain.
You can just leave Ben out. It's
ignore the
It's
person
fine.
behind
I'll
the
be the
curtain.
voice in the background somewhere.
Fine. You'll be our conscience.
Disembodied
for the whole
voice.
game.
You can be the narrator.
For you guys.
The narrator.
That ship sailed long
Disembodied
ago.
narrator.
As
Another-
they continued on the ship towards the Dead Sea,
Nice.
dome coming in the future.
Yes, yes.
There's also the fact that
It was at this moment they realized they fucked up.
Well, and also
What you got
another
in there?
announcement that, like, when we have people in town on Friday,
See, we are
we
missing-
might hit up 5 Bar. So if you guys want to see us, come say hi, hang out, all the jazz. Yeah.
We'll meet
Yeah.
cool
Cool
people.
place with
They're cool
chill
people.
corgi and very nice people.
We actually
and
can't
good
guarantee we're gonna be there because some damage happened to 5 Bar
Well,
and
they're
we don't.
fixing the back of it. Yeah.
So they might not have enough space, but we will at least be at the castle and we'll try to hang out 5 Bar.
What
Yeah.
did you do, Ray?
we did nothing.
What did
just
Joe
happened.
do? That's what I want to know.
I partied too hard.
When someone asks
Wow.
if you're a
believe
god,
it.
you say,
Yes. Are you a god?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, at least
How
one
did
of
you
my
know?
characters is kind of like-
Oh,
Who told
and
you?
cheers to,
Who
Amber.
Hey, we're
They
almost
make all the
there.
new art.
Still got.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we have new
Hi,
art.
welcome, Shadow.
For all the
Look,
Amber.
combined group
All the
shot,
20s.
baby.
Thank you.
Looks so good.
I am here with
Yes.
Ryan and that I need that group shot in a poster format yesterday.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
that's fair.
Gosh darn do.
It's really giving me
Oh.
right now. Here's the story of a lovely lady, and she's bringing up 3 very
Oh.
lovely girls. You got a Brady Bunch situation happening here.
Right.
The Bahamut Bunch.
Totally is.
The Bahamut
Bahamut
Bunch.
The Bahamut Bunch, yes.
That's our combined group name now. It's canon.
All right.
Bahamut.
All fixed.
We're the BBs.
The
Oh,
beach.
I don't see Hades yet.
There's Hades.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah,
He's in
there.
his spot.
Dahlia,
Yeah.
Dahlia,
We're all
Dahlia.
there.
Yes,
Every
very people
square's
love-
Or
filled.
we're just like. Or
Marsha,
we're
Marsha,
just
Marsha.
playing Hollywood Squares, but it's called,
Kobe.
the Bahamut Squares instead. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's either that or it's Bahamut Squares, but we don't have Paul Lind.
I mean, you guys have what was his name? Guy Smiles or you do me? Yeah. And circle takes the square. All right.
Yay!
All right.
The blade of order takes the square. Moving on now.
Instead of nerdy playbook trivia, it's just Hollywood Squares version.
Yeah.
The answer is always it was Amanda.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is it. Most natural 20s, Amanda. Most natural ones, Amanda. Most weapons held, Amanda. You know,
Most characters.
Amanda.
Answer from Amanda. Is it me?
Most person who forget to put the correct loadout in the Phasmo truck. Amanda.
Guys, I swear I put it in there.
Sorry, I
Not my
forgot
fault.
flashlights a lot.
All
Not
right.
important.
So, last we left off, the team themselves, between all 3 teams, got together and took the upgraded Homeward Bound to Sorgaria with a 2-day trip. First day was mostly reconvening, re-meeting everybody, and eventually figuring out the proper plan for the end of the second day when they would eventually fight Cacopial. With some debate of whether or not they should head off track and then go over to the cradle, which would essentially change the ritual for Dira, or to stick true. Some people contacted their blades to get their opinions, did some research to find out some more about what actually the ritual could involve, and found out that they had really no way to contact Silic from this side of the energy field that is essentially within a radius of Sorgaria. You eventually decided to stick true with the current decision. With that, you all got your sleep, woke up to the end of the first day with a large storm that was not unexpected, and immediately past the veil that you can see Sorgaria in the distance, but you still have roughly about 10, 12 hours, depending on how the storm hits. As snow is coming down mixed with large thunderstorms, not so much a blizzard, but enough just to create a nuisance, but your ship is made to cut through it. With that, as there's immediately what Arthur thinks is the threat coming in from the east side, immediately see a shadowy form fly in, immediately lands down as you see Ren land onto the ship. And that's where we left off. So, take it from there.
Who's on the deck when I land?
Mm-hmm.
I think we
I
all
think
ran.
we all ran
We
up
pretty
there.
much all ran up there because we heard
You have a welcoming party.
a disturbance.
Of a lot of
Across the
people.
ruckus.
So
Who's that?
Ren is giving Howl's moving castle vibes at the moment because they sort of like defeather and it all turns into like shadow and it just evaporates off of them. And for the members of Darius, they see Ren looking like they haven't aged at all. And like a snapshot of when they saw them last, except for at the moment, most of their skin, except their face, is just like covered in black. And it's receding slowly as they sort of gather themselves, but they definitely are just looking around for familiar faces. And they have their robes that they normally wear that cross over in the front, sort of down, and you can tell that they're hot because they've been flying for a while. And that allows you to see like with their undershirt that the black's like all the way up both of their arms and down to like their one free hand is a little bit mottled, but the rest of it is pretty blackened. But it does look like now that they have transformed that it's sort of like receding to what you would expect.
I'm gonna step forward and be like, Duran, is that you?
Ren looks over and smiles, the little half smile that you recognize very well, and they just say, couldn't let you head to the end of the world without me, how could I?
Holy shit. Dolly's gonna rush forward and just try to just pull him into a hug.
They take one step back, which is what they normally do, but instead of just recoiling and saying no, they say, just give me a moment. And Dahlia, since you're really close, you watch, they concentrate, and you're used to the plague looking like veiny and that it's sort of like a disease and it sort of takes over like all their veins and capillaries and stuff. But as you watch, like very carefully controlled, Ren is concentrating, and instead of looking like it's within their veins and tissues, it sort of starts forming into shapes. And the first thing that you recognize on their wrist and arm is just like all of the designs are still black as the plague is in shades of gray. But first you see a tattoo that is in the exact same place that it was on Gaju's arm, and it's the same design as he had right here. And then from that, it keeps changing, and you see dahlias, and you see a winged horse, and you see fire with arcane symbols in it. And slowly, as they concentrate, their upper body becomes like a very distinct. There are designs you don't recognize, but it's really clear to see that there's at least a design for every single member of Piraya. And once they open their eyes again, they smile at you, they exhale, and they just say, "It's taken a very long time for me to learn to do that, in the hopes that I might encounter you all again." And they reach their arm out without asking and like pull you into a hug for the first time ever. And it's a very warm hug, and it's really long.
Oh, Dahlia's fine with that.
And I feel like
Go ahead.
go ahead.
She holds them for a moment and backs up and kind of rotates so they're both facing the group. She's like, where have you been? I heard nothing about you. We assumed you were dead.
You learned some new tricks. They're quite nice.
Well, see. To learn. They cost me very much. And many others. I truthfully didn't even know that I was gone for a decade. Maybe more. I didn't even know that most of you were alive until recently. And they look around and they realize that Gaju isn't with you. And like a little darkness crosses their face for a second, but they recover from it really quickly. And they just say, "You all vanished, and I was left in a nest. And, well, there was no way that I was going to let Averant put their hands on me. So they died. And then many more people died. And then I was lost. And occasionally, I would regain control, but not long enough to determine where I was or what I was doing. And even when I did find lucid moments, I was too afraid to be around other people. I looked for you all. I looked for Raju's family. I looked for anyone I knew in Nellisir. But everyone was gone. And so the darkness came. And then one day, eventually, I started gaining control more and more. And I determined that potentially, if I worked hard enough, I might be able to stuff it down again. It didn't work. And then eventually I realized that I needed to learn to allow it to coexist with me. And once I did that, it was a lot easier. And I'm sure, as you know, for a very long time, there has been nearly nothing of my order, so I founded my own recently out of the ashes of the soaring flame. There are many of us who have this infection, and some of them were too dangerous to allow to survive. But carrying on the work that some of the resistance began in Heartwind all those decades ago, I have established a militia, a research organization that has been trying to trace the plague and why it has no master, and what we can do to become our own masters so that we may not need one in the end. And that was going well, although I had no method to reach any of you. But recently, a few arcanists have joined me, and once we all heard, I'm assuming I've understood that everyone saw something. And I recognized it, of course, from those maps that we'd found in that dragon's lair. And I knew what it meant, and I knew that the time had come to take those who were ready and bring them to Sorgaria.
Well, we're glad you made it in time.
Me as well. I'm hoping that some of them may join us or those on the borders, but I know that magic transportation is difficult, so this was the easiest way for me to find you. And I'm glad to see that most of you are well. And hello, everyone that I haven't met.
Mixes.
Ren is not that much bigger than Mixus. Like, Mixus is obviously child-sized, but Ren is very slight for how much, like, they carry an energy of a person much larger than they are, and so it's funny to see, like, next to all of these very large, like, very tall, we have many tall people, and the Ren is small, but
Would you
they
be
don't
like
feel small.
Renora size then? Like Renora,
Like normal person sized?
or L size?
Define normal person size.
5'11" is what Renora is, which is a normal person size.
Taller than Renora.
I think
Yeah, Renora's is, in that case, Renora's as tall as Dira.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That is too tall.
I thought you
Ren
were
is, like,
shorter than that.
Yeah, I thought
sorry.
Renora was shorter too.
short person energy over there.
No, I lied.
She's
I'm 5'4".
now. She's
I must be
grown.
thinking about a different character.
You're thinking
Oh, that's all right.
what
I'm thinking of a different character. My bad.
Okay.
Whole seven
I was gonna say
5'4".
that halfling
I'm
size really
5'4",
comes
and I'm
through.
normal
Okay.
people size, so
I forgot I'm short for a minute. It's okay.
yeah. Alright, shut up, okay? I'm normal.
She has tall energy.
That
She
is
has
inter-
tall
that is-
person energy.
Renora is so used to being around Mixes, she's like, I'm averagely a tall person, but now with all these
like,
people,
I
now
know
I'm not.
giants, They're all normal people size, but
Yeah, we're used to bumming around.
Yeah, Ren just looks around and is aware that there's a lot more people on the homeward bound than there normally is.
Also, there's a lot more ship.
Yeah, it's bigger. Like it's they're like
A whole damn cruise ship at this point. We built a slide and everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Is there a water park?
Yeah,
welcome back.
there's a pool on the main deck. It's getting a little flooded right now, but yeah.
Alright. Alright.
Welcome back.
places.
Things have changed a lot, but we're glad to have you. We're so glad to see. I'm so glad to see you.
Ren smiles at you and says, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to see you all are here. Sorry it's been so long.
I know how that is.
You're here now. That's what matters.
They sort of like get their sleeves on and like tidy up their belts and things and just say, catch me up.
Oh, let's get out of the rain
Where
to
do we
do
start?
that.
Yeah.
It's gonna do the summary.
It's about breakfast time, I guess, so we could navigate down that way.
Breakfast. Did you say breakfast? Bing. Off.
L follows. Just two
Oh,
creepers.
great
Where
game,
you go,
great
she
game.
goes. Where she goes, you go.
Okay, so everybody goes down to the mess hall again.
Green team and red team.
Don't forget the blue and reds.
I think we got a blue team in here too.
Yeah, there's
Yay.
a blue team too.
He's gonna start making
that-
comfort food, little cookies and stuff like that.
Okay. There is, due to the prepared storm, there is a hot stew already made, along with different like little hot appetizers to munch on as well. Anticipating that you guys would need like a breakdown here to go to another meeting.
Because we're still in the storm.
I'm just gonna start
Mhm.
shoving things to L as mixes, and we're just gonna shove like plates to a little
Here,
spot.
here,
We're gonna
you
go
carry
find
this. I've got this one. You carry 2 plates. I have 2 plates. Maybe 3 plates. Do you think we need 3 plates?
We need 4.
I can fit one in my mouth.
Okay, here, Colby.
Things I never thought I'd hear Ben say.
And you're sadly mistaken. With me.
Clearly, you haven't met Kobe.
We need to hang out more.
Ben just leans over to Dahlia and says, I actually don't eat anymore. I don't know why. I just don't need it.
That's so crazy. Neither does Hades. I stare at him.
That's okay. I make him eat anyways, and I put a bowl of food right in front of you.
Do I catch that she's wearing a wedding ring?
Are you active? Are you actively? Are you still wearing your ring?
One?
Are you wearing
Are
it?
you wearing one?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Or Dahlia?
Dahlia.
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Brenna's just absorbing, like trying to pick up using very rusty spy skills, trying to pick up changes in everybody, like that they knew, and also that they don't know. So if Blade's team has anything specifically that has changed that Ren wouldn't know, that would be observable through like an external study, let me know what that is.
Okay. I mean, you notice, yeah, the Zig is wearing a ring. Hades, are you wearing your ring? Okay.
I think they gave it to me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dahlia, you wearing your ring?
I'm wearing a lot of rings, baby. Incognito.
Fair enough.
Dialogue.
Yeah.
Dahlia's horns are larger. She has full white hair. And her eyes are no longer red. They are completely black with purple irises, like how she would in her devil form, but they're just fixed that way at all times now.
Same thing as Sophinia too. Yeah.
No wings. He has no wings.
Oh.
Everybody else can fly now.
But
Not
but
me.
I don't think the last time was white hair.
Is that she actually
white
has
hair.
not changed that much. She's not aged any more than you have. There is, I think I can't remember if you would have seen the white streak or not. Would you? Yeah, you were there when she died, so she really doesn't look much different at all. Maybe has upgraded, like, the looks of her armor and stuff a bit.
Hades is jacked now. That's something.
Yeah. I'm a greatsword and I'm wearing armor actually.
And a very
You'll never see him
dapper
change his
face.
clothes ever.
Never.
Would
Ever.
just out of curiosity, would Ren have known about Hades before they left, or was he Apollo?
No, he was Hades.
They
for a
wouldn't
long
know anything
time.
about Apollo being gone, but
Okay.
they would know that there was the split personality.
Yeah,
Okay,
they know that Apollo, as far as they know, is in there somewhere, but has no idea of the circumstances. Like, they assume
Okay.
he's in there, has no idea of the circumstances of if or when he will ever return, and didn't
Got
know who to expect when they got here, either Hades or Apollo.
I make a tray of tea and I bring it down to where I would assume the Blades people would pull, but like kind of in the center, so if like some of the other team wanted to sit down, they could too. And I pour Ren a cup of tea, like I'm pouring them a beer, and put it down in front of them. I'm just like, some of us are gods, some of us, well, one of us is a queen, and one of us has a blade that can, destroy gods. So,
Here for
we're-
the blade. And I was here for the
right. The blade's gotten more powerful.
It's
So-
got a few more blades in it now.
So who's the
Or
queen
hope-
then?
Little
He
bit
officially
over
became
the Shadowfell.
Queen of Shadowfell.
Like a whole realm, a whole dimension.
Yep.
Or who's a
And then
god?
there's the gods part.
Well,
world.
excuse me.
Kinda am a god, I guess.
Yes. Well, we were working.
I
We
guess.
were working on it before I left. Remember? I just didn't really know if you were going to buy it or not.
I
The
didn't
rest
have
of them are
another
dead.
choice.
After all.
Well, Hades became one too.
That's the one I have a question about.
This is my surprise fit.
I still don't get it, to be honest.
See,
I'm just assuming Echoes is listening to this, be like, oh shit, there's some gods, there's a queen. Oh,
Oh,
la di
it's casual
da.
this night. Oh, I'm a god.
Mix is
That's
already
literally
know.
Renora's whole, like, yeah.
Mix is turning
Doris
purple.
presents.
Sounds like a lot of responsibilities I don't
can
want.
drink this whole
Well,
glass.
considering that
right,
when
right.
Ren landed, Renora was like, "Who's that?" And then Dahlia goes up and they have this whole like conversation. She's like, "Okay, I guess I'll just fuck myself." Like,
Oh, hey. Look at that. The buffet.
Helga's like, I was sober, but not anymore. Like,
just letting
mean-
you guys catch up.
I mean, I could have been a god too, but who wants that responsibility? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you know.
Right, oh, yeah. Oh,
Choose this
Nobody
love.
here.
He was cursed by a demigod for a while there. But
yeah.
No. Why are you a god now, and how did that happen? And
Well-
does that mean you're both immortal, or...
We're still
I would hope,
immortal.
but I can still die. I'm hoping not to, but you know, it's still a possibility.
The whole god thing, in a roundabout way, is Apollo's fault. Me and Z are together, and I'll point at her.
Oh wait.
No,
And just talking with Dahlia said that I would want to be on her level because she was a god at that point, and he took that to heart and through various magical being abilities made that happen and made me a god by sacrificing himself. And was able to find out though too that he was actually the secondary person, not me. Apparently he was created when we were abandoned as a baby, and the one that was not fussy or causing problems.
So you thought you were his armor, but he was yours.
Would appear so. And if I remember correctly, he told me and everyone else he had a moment where he was there with us while I was there. And talked to everyone. Wanted us to at least relay to you that he said he did not get a chance to say goodbye to you directly. That he had hoped that you were still alive and we would see you again. And that he valued your thirst for knowledge and that felt very close to you. He wanted me to say goodbye to you.
Ren looks. He was the first person that I remembered when I woke up. It reminded me of the two of you, in a way. Although, maybe not so. Hey, I knew that if he could do it, so could I. I'll miss him.
It's him every day also.
Me too.
Well, just drink the whole thing and put it down. Hello, everyone else. Sorry for the sober conversation.
Well, hello. That's okay. We had a split personality person on our team too. Meeksus, you want to tell them all about him?
well, it was Murph, though. Murph, he was split personality. He had this guy that was really scary, and he was kind of, crazy too. And I don't remember what happened because I think I blocked it all out. But
The tale of the war singer.
it was the wolf singer, yeah, and he was sometimes really scary, but we were able to bring back Murph and get our friend back, so that was helpful. But I think he kind of still is there to a point. And I look at Murph with shady eyes for a second. I think he's there.
Kinda.
Oh no, he's not with us.
Murph,
That's right. Sorry. I'm thinking of because it's cameras.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Cameras. But he's not.
Imagination.
But yeah, I think he might be somewhat still, sorta, maybe. But yeah.
At least
He's
it sounds
fun,
like your guys'
He's a fighter.
wasn't as violent as ours was, so kudos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I think we've all died a couple times, right?
He was actually
Some more than others.
a very strong bookworm and somewhat of a pacifist.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry, 1 second.
cool.
Yeah. As a person who has my own strata with a mind of its own, do I notice Meeks's?
Well, Yesid has made herself corporeal right now, so everybody can see Yesid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just like a person that's here.
Yeah, she's just hanging out in the
Yeah.
corner because like Mixus said she should just come, and then Mixus is like, okay, just hang out there. So now she's just sitting in the corner, just kind of like doesn't know what to do with herself.
So
I
yes,
feel like
he's probably
it's not
sitting in the
terrifying.
corner with Fig in the corner because Fig is always in the shadows.
You just see a
So-
blanked face
Excellent.
person in just a shadow cloak, just like standing there, just kind of like, I guess I could just look stoic for a little while, and yeah.
Our resident
She can't,
demon.
'cause
Never
Ryan
mind.
keeps
We
trying
don't need either. They're just
Like,
like
sleep
sleep paralysis demon over there.
Yeah, I just keep looking over there, confused and not saying anything.
It's just another day.
We're also be like, well, you're here to fight, and you look pretty tough. Looking at just kind of giving Ren a once over, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to fight you. Glad to have you on our side.
I look at her and I go, no, you would not.
Yeah.
Although
nope.
Renora, you hold the right stone, you're ready to fight anyone.
Yeah, that's true. They have to be
She's got
willing,
them
though.
stones.
That's the thing that keeps tripping me up.
ties them to Helga in her sleep.
Clearly.
Real quick, someone's just gonna pass by Adalia and just kind of mention, you spend some time with your friend. I'm gonna go up to the top and just kind of get the lay of the land as he starts walking back up to the main deck.
What was that?
Did we?
Oh, yeah,
see her?
Priscilla.
Who's that?
Wait, he's here?
He just showed up.
It's dead silent. You just hear what
You son of a
the fuck?
And then
I just kind of put my hand on Zephinia's shoulder and keep her sitting down.
I look at Tira like,
Mixus whispers to Elle, I think that's her husband.
All right.
What?
Renora has a. What?
I have an insane passive perception. Do I hear?
I was gonna say, Renora's got passive
He's
perception
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a passive perception of at least 20, you can at least like.
I didn't think it would come out so early.
That's what she said.
Hey.
Wait,
But
why?
I actually do not have my goggles on.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, Colby's passive perception is 25.
There you go.
Colby sees all. Sorry.
So someone wasn't really hiding himself, but he was trying to be quiet about like they was just gonna go upstairs. So he just, anybody has at least a 20 heard that and just saw him just like walk up nonchalantly, like he just part of one of the group. He just starts walking upstairs, going up the main deck.
Out of curiosity, would Corbin's
Probably
soma
not.
detector headache? No, wouldn't have.
No, you don't get the headaches while you're wearing the eye patch,
That's true.
so you don't know.
I just do a sweep of probably a lot of confused faces and a couple glares, and I'm not looking at those specifically.
very.
Yeah.
Renora's not glaring or confused, but she is like.
You know? And that I specifically also do not look at Renora, but we need everyone.
Renora's
to
like
fight to
this.
talk about this.
So who's in charge
expect Ren to have
back in the
a shit
Shadowfell?
It's only temporary for this fight. Howard's in charge.
Oh, okay.
You absolutely expect Ren to have a shit face, considering that their feelings about Soma in the past, and they
I am.
surprisingly don't look upset at all.
Z's gonna stand up. I think Blades needs to have a little talk and walks out to the top deck.
Yeah, Corbin. If Corbin can't feel, Corbin would still recognize what Soma looks like. So he's very upset.
Yeah.
That, like.
I need my
Yeah,
emotional
campaign two
support
might be
husband. I don't know what the fuck you guys want from me.
I'm gonna follow right behind
know that.
Xenia.
I'm gonna stand up and I will wait for Dahlia to go out with her. Ren has no dog in that fight, so they're just like, I'm just gonna diffuse this and make this into an argument.
I inhale the last of my tea and I go, and I get up.
I feel like there's like an awkward moment of like all of her just leaving, and then there's like one last one's like, I guess I'm going with them, and then just starts walking.
Wow, you guys are cool. Hey,
Mixus would just
Alright.
reach over to Elle and be like, "Did I say something wrong?"
His husband.
I thought it was just there. Nice to meet you all.
As I stand up, I use telepathy and point it at Dahlia, and I go, "You may want to tell him to take his ring off."
Why?
Did people hear that it's her husband thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need to figure out what was heard where, what.
Z did not hear the "is that her husband?"
I
Elle
don't have my goggles on. I
100%
didn't hear
did.
shit.
I'm assuming Mixus wasn't quiet about it.
This, where it was like, "That's her husband." We're not actually being quiet.
Like not actually being quiet, but like being like gesturally quiet. Yeah, like it. Yeah, no.
Like you did the little like, "I think that's her husband."
Oh, well then he
You have
doesn't
the
say that.
perception high enough to have heard it.
If it was audible enough, then never mind.
So we
I didn't realize that we need.
I mean, my passive is 10 without the goggles, but
Kira didn't hear it.
Mixus would know that
Did
it's a
Mixus
bad
say
thing.
that while they were still while they were leaving the
knows
room,
it's a secret.
or was it after they left the room?
That's
no,
up to me.
that's why she left the room.
That
Yeah.
Mixus would have said it when he walked by.
While Dahlia's leaving,
Oh.
Renora's gonna be like, I didn't realize we had conjugal visits.
Oh,
shit. Damn.
Mm.
I'm
No, I don't want to do this.
Renora's a little salty.
Renora liked Soma, so
She was like, "Ooh, he fine." Like, oh, okay.
Can I use Salma?
It's fine.
This is how
God.
Zephinia and Renora become best friends with the mutual hatred of one.
Yeah. DM for flavor, can I cast Thaumaturgy and make Renora's cup explode in her face?
oh,
Sure.
oh.
Whatever liquid you have in your cup, just right up all over your face as I walk.
Cool. Worth it. Definitely worth it.
we are going to be arriving in complete chaos, aren't we?
Uh-huh. We're gonna kill ourselves before we even get to cook a meal. We're gonna take each other out.
I'm gonna be the last one walking out, and as I pass Renora, I use Mage Hand, and it picks up a rag and just hands it to them. Like, I'm sorry for her, and I keep walking.
Thank you.
Worth it. I'm fucking...
Yeah, Ren is going to, like, just quietly, actually, I can just message you. So as we're walking next to each other, so I don't have to say it out loud, I will cast message and spin the ring around on my hand and just say, in your head, something's changed. Question, I only have one. Do you trust him?
Dahlia is going to respond back, but is not looking at them at all. She's staring forward. She goes, I do.
And then out loud, Ren will just say, let me know if you need anything then. That's all I needed to hear. And then they'll just stand next to Dahlia.
All right, clarification for the 15th time. We all fucking... The secret's out. Does Zephinia know?
I'm gonna roll if it's below 10. I don't know if it's above 10. I heard.
Okay.
I have
Nice,
no
no,
idea.
destiny.
I got an 8. So no, I did not hear it. But I saw him. And that
I didn't hear it, but I already knew. So
Yeah, I'd say like if your passive perception's incredibly low, then you didn't hear the obvious things. I'd say you didn't hear the obvious thing then. Yeah.
Oh, my passive perception. It's
Yep.
16.
Oh, then yeah, you'd be fine.
you heard.
Yeah, you heard.
I heard.
Yeah.
I didn't hear, but I already knew. So
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
knew.
matter.
Thank you.
Yep.
There you go.
I know nothing.
So I don't necessarily know what all people are reacting to, but I know what I know the fact.
Mm-hmm.
I will just follow Sphinia, and I'm just sitting there, like, internally screaming because I was like, this was not supposed to come out this soon, but alright, here we go.
Yeah, well, you
Stuck here now.
warned.
Very,
You're
very
not
angrily-
used to Ren like keeping such a close bodily proximity to anyone, and they are like sticking very close to you in a way that they didn't feel comfortable doing before because of their condition.
I'm glad I got an ally.
Like, my back is to you, but you can tell. I am.
I'm following you to wherever we're going. I don't know if we're going to go track his ass down or if we're just going to a quiet spot where you can yell at me for the whole shit.
I'm
We're
just going
going
to
above
place
deck.
myself between Zephynia and Dahlia wherever we end up.
I'm keeping my distance from both of them.
Smart.
Smart man.
He's the smartest.
Got a knowledge.
Once we get up to, like, the top deck, kind of away from the crew and away from all the other people, I'll spin around and just glare at you. What is he doing here? For one. Two, please tell me I heard that incorrectly.
I don't know what you heard, but he belongs in this fight with Cacopial. And we need every help we can get.
She's taken him over multiple times. How is this going to help us?
It's not going to be a problem this time.
This time, last time, the time before. How do you know it's not going to be a problem?
You should be worried about yourself. You're going to be her first target. You have her fucking powers, Zephynia. Who's to say that she can't take you over?
She can't. I broke out of it. He didn't. Or if he did, he didn't care. He tried to kill all of us because of her. And you're bringing him right to her?
I think you forget the times where you also tried to kill all of us, and I also tried to kill all of us. Why is he any different?
Because she can control him. And he's proven he can't snap out of it.
Well, he has. And he's fine now. Let's be honest about what this really is about, Zephynia. Let's address the elephant in the room.
It's about not trusting him.
Because he's your ex.
No, because he's killed Hades. He's tried to kill all of us. He keeps going under her mind influence. This is what it's really about. If you think it's something else, you're wrong.
Well, you're the only one that has this much feeling towards the entire situation. He deserves to be there to help take her down. He is a valuable asset to help take her down. We cannot afford to skip out on people that could help us win this fight because we're scared of them.
We afford to chance it if it turns.
It's no different than if you were to turn, or if I were to turn, or anybody else here. He's not under her control anymore. I don't understand what you are not grasping about that.
I don't trust him. And neither should you, but obviously you've made other choices.
You don't trust him or you're not over him?
I don't trust him. He betrayed me. He betrayed all of us. I've cut him from my life. I don't care what happens to him.
Then why am I no different? I've tried to kill all of you too. There was a time where you were under her control and tried to do the same thing. Why do other people get this different treatment?
he's not the same Dahlia. And I won't
I'm
ever
sorry, but
trust him.
I don't understand what's different either.
It just is. Dahlia's fought by our side. Dahlia's part of our group. She's broken out of Cocopiel's control. She won't be controlled by him again, or by her again.
He's no different than the rest of us, Euphemia. Maybe you just never knew him as much as you thought you did.
Ain't fair. I think she knew the real person, and then he went away for a while. That hurts.
I just look at Stephanie and I say, I've been under her control too. And you know when I killed the most people? When I wasn't under her control at all. If he threatens any of us, any of you, I'll kill him myself. But if Dahlia believes in him, and if you all allowed me back in without question, not knowing how many people are dead in the wake that I left behind before I found my mind again, you don't have to like it. Calculus of the situation is the fact that some of us are not going to walk away from the situation. And if you add more people, it reduces the chance that any of them are people you actually like.
I'm gonna look over at Hades.
He is reading the room, and he'll go up to Z and I'm just gonna be like, would you all give us a second? And I'm gonna take her hand and try to lead her away for a little bit, like a little distance away for a second.
I'll follow.
And he'll just, not loudly but not quietly, just kind of, I would be remiss of to say that they don't have logical points. And at the end of the day, could he be turned? Yes. Could any of us turn? He is very strong, got abilities that we probably don't even know about or could fathom. But the thing that we can take solace in, or at least yourself, if you need to, that if he turns, there is more than a handful of people who will be there with us. They will either break that hold, or they will drop him as fast as they can, because he will be a threat. And when this is all said and done, threat is gone, and we don't have to see him ever again. We don't have to worry about him. We don't have to think about him. If we're lucky, we both come out of this. We can live our life. No more gods trying to destroy the world. No more who knows what doing what they want and us having to intervene. We don't have to like it. We don't have to fight him. But we also don't have to save him. But our job is to bring down Cocopiel.
Her shoulders. She'll put her forehead against hers.
You're cutting out.
It's a sappy moment I can't cut out.
Eat the mic. Eat the mic.
Okay. She'll put her forehead against Hades and just close her eyes. We're making it out of this. We're both making it out of this. And like you said, we don't have to be gods anymore. We don't have to deal with any of this. We can just go live our lives together.
I don't think we have a choice in the whole god thing anymore. It's kind of a thing you happen to know. And he'll kind of smirk at her.
We don't have to use our powers. We can just
Go away. Pretend it doesn't exist.
I mean, we can try, but I do like knowing things.
I do like being able to fly again. I'll admit that. So, okay, God powers occasionally.
Yeah, at least it's sunset for sunset flight.
Okay.
No, not like that, Dahlia. I saw that. Oh. That's evening flights. But yeah, he'll just kind of squeeze her hand and be like, for the time being, just peace treaty. Making a code. Again, we don't have to like the guy, but tolerate him for now.
Will not cause war.
Think on angry
Until
thoughts.
after we defeat Popopiel.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Hades.
Always. And I kind of shoot a glance to Dahlia, like, think this worked, hopefully.
Run!
If she sees
Right,
that look, Dolly just marches back down to the galley.
While they were talking, Ren was like, I have to hear this story. Not today. Well, not right now. But
It's
this is
better
my
suited
logic.
once everything is said and done.
Right. The only reason I didn't react poorly because, make no mistake, if it would have been her, I would have felt completely differently. But you were the only person who doubted him as much as I did. And that's why I don't think I was upset. Because if anyone was going to look at it critically, it'd be you.
Look, a lot of shit has happened in the last 26 years.
Really heard.
A lot of things that made me realize that he and I are not very different after all.
Also heard. When
And you two will get along wonderfully then.
Before you all disappeared, I didn't really get the chance to tell you about what I found. And it's so long ago now, but that library that he was in that little village, I saw the way that he grew up. And I saw the way that he was treated. And although, at the time, and still, I don't know the man that he's become, everything begins somewhere. And it's easy to see why someone could make him into the person that we feared. And what he went through. After, it was a cold irony to wake up after a dozen or so years with an untold number of people's blood under my fingernails and realized how easy it was to make him the enemy.
Then you know exactly why I changed my tune as well.
He wants the same thing that we want, that's good enough for me.
The important part is we're all in this shit to do the same thing.
Well, we have to keep that in mind.
Take her down.
Exactly.
Is Dira also here?
Yeah, I'm just hanging there listening.
Also,
and kind of, I am not saying anything, but there is a look that says, "Gee, I've been saying this for a long time."
Kira was the adult, okay? Other people had to take a long time to get there.
She wasn't the adult. She just was not smart enough to consider as many things.
But she was right in the end. Look at the both of them like, well, I think this has caused more of a stir with everybody than just Aphinia, so I guess I should go navigate what kind of fires there are to put out.
I look around and I go, who's the captain of this ship right now anyway?
Arthur? Should have been all along.
It could have been
I was going to say Dira could just tell them all to get over it, but clearly she's seceded the position.
Weren't never right for me to have it.
He's the man for the job.
Maybe for a while he didn't think so. Maybe that was why, but it was always meant for him.
I head back down to the galley and I cast a little mental message to Soma along the way and be like, do you feel like doing some PR work? Because more people are a little rustled than I expected. Otherwise I can handle it. I already blew up someone's tea in their face.
What do you need me to do?
You are a very famous person on this ship.
Yeah, not in a good way.
It's up to you. If you would like to lay low, that is your choice. If you want to try to talk to people, that is also your choice. Support either one.
When you say people, you mean Zephynia, right?
No, don't do that.
Oh, thank gods. Okay. Well then, what other people are you talking about? Do you want me to talk to?
I don't know. There's a green girl in the galley. I just blew up tea in her face. She made some weird comment. There's
But there's a couple of green ones that I know.
Girl.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both small.
well,
Which one?
They're all up to no good at this point. That's all I can gather.
Wait, okay, I got a way to figure this out. One of them's cocky and the other one can't shut up. Which one?
Well, the one that can't shut up is trying to reveal the new king and queen of the Shadowfell, which was not the plan, at least right now.
Yeah, you can't really tell her anything. Okay.
How did she find out? Do I need to threaten her?
I wouldn't. She might be small, but I have a feeling that she could be deadlier than she looks. She probably doesn't also care about your title.
Well, I'm not threatening her as my title. I'm threatening her for spilling my business.
Yeah, so I wouldn't fuck with it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm confused. I didn't really have too many problems with their team, as far as I know. I mean, I can go talk to them, but like, what kind of PR work do you want me to do?
I just saw a lot of different faces, and I don't know what history you have with who. So.
All right.
Your call. Lay low and just
No.
fight.
I'll go talk to them, just as long as I want to go talk to Zephynia. I don't care.
Don't talk to Zephynia right now.
Yeah, that's great. I don't want to. I'll head over to them, and I'll meet. If they're still over in the mess, I'll go talk to them. Yeah, that's no problem. I can do that.
Do you want me there, or do you want to? You know what? I should probably show up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sure. I'll meet you down there. He starts walking his way down there. Hang on, I got to respond to a message.
I'm low-key sweating if that was a good idea.
Is campaign 2 in the mess hall?
Yes, we're all in the mess hall.
You bet your ass we
We're
are.
all there.
The Congo
So-
line's gonna start.
I didn't really get introduced to them, so that's who I was referencing. But I only really have interacted
you're
with
right.
campaign
That's funny.
3 this whole
So
time.
pretty much
Yeah, we
all
don't
of
even really-
campaign 2 really hate Soma, just so
Yeah.
you know.
So
Well, I know.
Soma walks
Darling does
down
not.
into the mess hall, and he like looks at some of you, aka campaign 2, and he just kind of like sideswipes, and he's just kind of like, I don't think I've met all of you, but he kind of like points at campaign 3. I was coming just to check up on you guys and make sure we're all cool.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
All
Is
right.
your girlfriend upset?
I
I'm
don't.
sorry, your wife?
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
I can't help but notice you weren't invited to the wedding.
To be honest, most of her own team was invited to the wedding. So yeah, it's a small little event. Very
I walk
interesting
in
situation.
behind him and I just go.
What they already know. What? Why bother dig a grave? They already know the information. Might as well just let them know everything.
Can Fig do something?
Renora just kind of winks at you.
Look, we're gonna go into.
She loves that she can get other people's skin. It's really not.
We're going into a big battle that we're going to rely on everyone, and we're going to have to trust everyone. Why bother hiding something as simple, as much as I love you, as simple as just hiding a marriage? It's why bother hiding it? Like, if we need everyone to trust everyone. Mixus, you were gonna say something.
No, Fig was going to throw a dagger that wouldn't actually hit him, but it would be very close, like saying, I see you.
Right. Hal, I feel like would just have his bow at the ready, his arms up.
It wouldn't hit him, but it would land like right near him on purpose, where you could see that they purposely didn't try to hit them.
He just pulls it out. Just slides it to you. You drop this, and just puts it right back over by you.
I have my eye on you.
Same.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You better
Wait.
not
I'm sorry.
fuck up.
I'm sorry. We haven't met. Soma. What are your names?
We have met multiple times.
Okay. I'm sorry. I get around a lot. I've seen many faces. Maybe you've seen me on billboards or something like that. But I don't think we met.
No, you tried to kill us a few times. A lot of my friends. They're not very happy with you.
You killed my son.
Okay. I mean, like, let's be honest. I've tried to kill a lot of people, but and let's be honest. You're a very unique group. I think it would stand out in the back of my head that I would have tried to kill you.
I cast message in his head. I'm like, this is not helping.
You know, if you're trying to be our friend, you're not doing a very good job.
I don't know what to do. I was told to talk to you.
I agree that he's not doing a very good job. I didn't know this was a bad thing, right? Right? I'm sorry, Dahlia. I didn't know it was a secret. I'm sorry.
Can Corbin do an insight check to see if he actually doesn't remember who we are and
Sure.
he's just trying to play it cool, or?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing an insight check to see if he doesn't remember, if he really does not know you. Yeah.
19.
I mean, he generally does not know you.
I step forward. I'm like,
Cargrim from staring daggers
Like-
over by it.
Like, I know you. He looks directly at Cargrim. You're the Hellforger, right? We've never had the pleasure. Soma.
No, we have. Thank you. And he's just gonna look at his hand.
This is really weird. Like, I don't know you guys. I don't.
So we have to refresh your memory.
Maybe?
That's all right. You don't need to know us. Like you said, we're just here to get a job done, right? We don't need to like each other, so we gotta get the job done.
That is not what I said. I said we need to trust each other to make sure we can rely on each other.
I don't think any of us can trust you.
Sorry, son. That's not gonna happen with these
We
folks
can work
here.
together,
Seems like
but
the
I
rest
don't
of them
think-
can trust
He
you
just
just
looks
fine,
back at
but-
Dahlia. It's like, I don't even know what the fuck I did. I don't even know. I don't know these people, and they think I tried to kill them. At this point, is Zephania telling these people shit? Is that what's going on? Is she just like trying to get them to? What the fuck?
Maybe we should just sit him down and fill him in as he like looks at the
Good
brand
idea.
of the name from.
Yeah, please do.
AKO.
Fill me in on this hypothetical time that I
Cargrim's
tried to
gonna
kill
kick
you.
out a chair for him to sit down, for someone to sit down.
Yeah, please. And he just sits down. Regale me of this tale.
I'm watching him dig his own grave. I'm just leaning against the doorway.
It's like, oh my God.
This one.
The man I love is an idiot.
And I ask her, does he really not remember, or is
No,
he just intentionally sacrificing himself right now?
You know, I'm not entirely sure because I remember bits and pieces of what I did, but I'm just gonna watch this and make sure there's no bloodshed.
I'd imagine that Z is also just like, ooh, what the fuck did he do?
Oh, no, Z hasn't come down yet, but she'll walk down. She'll
Thank
see
fucking
him.
God. Matter of fact, I should just nudge the door closed in case.
Someone just sits back and
If she sees him, she's just gonna be like, "Not starting a war. Not starting a war. Not starting a war," and walk away.
He just sits back. He just like grabs like a drink and he's like, "Go ahead. I could go for a story before battle. Tell me of this tale."
Insert campaign 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to do this?
Copy paste.
It's like, okay. That was, yeah, I was dead.
You didn't seem dead.
Yeah, I've only been back for like a year.
You were very much alive.
Yeah.
damn my twin brother Doma.
Well, there was a lot of Corbins, but there might have been a lot of Somas, but I'm pretty sure it was you, and you spoke in Corbin's mind a lot and turned him against all of us sometimes, and he wasn't himself, and that's why he doesn't like you. And we tried to fight you, and I'm pretty sure you were alive then. We tried to unalive you, but that didn't happen.
Boy, did we try.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still running a blank. I'm pretty sure I did not randomly come back to life to fuck with your guys' adventure.
So you're saying the whole group of us versus you, we're all the ones lying.
Hargrim does an insight check on the I'm dead statement. Got a 16.
16? I mean, as far as you can tell, he believes that he was dead.
Yeah.
Based on the 16, you wouldn't know if he believes that he's dead, like someone gave him a fake memory, or if he's actually telling the truth that he was actually dead. But 16 will tell you that the words come in his mouth, he truly believes.
And Fig tried.
He really thinks he was dead? He has no recollection of this.
Can you do some religion-y stuff?
What was Fig gonna do?
Can they do an insight check or probably insight check?
Insight check if you're trying to tell the lie.
I have Zone of Truth.
Okay.
True.
Yes.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
I'll do Zone of Truth. Is he gonna try to resist it?
No.
Okay. Cool. For the next 10 minutes, creature that enters a spell for the first time returns must make a charisma saving throw.
He does not fight
The
it, so
creature
he's
can't
just...
speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, he's not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ask whatever you'd like.
The door open a slight bit. Whoever wants to fit in here.
Oh no, I would. First off, we're shutting the door behind us, so whoever followed me in, you get a front row seat just with me. Yeah, awesome.
Just
me right
so
here.
you know.
We're just popcorn peanut gallery over here.
I love it. That's usually where Nora's roll. So.
Right.
Just so you know, he can avoid answering a question, which he would normally respond to with a lie, or be evasive in his answers, but he has to be truthful. So he can just not answer or give a roundabout answer, but he can't just straight out lie.
How long does this last for?
10 minutes.
Got it. Okay, cool. He's still just sitting there. He's choosing not to refuse it, and he does have counterspell, and he chooses not to counter it.
Go ahead, ask whatever you'd like. Corbin? Fig? Hal? Elle?
Gramps?
Elle doesn't look like she has questions, though.
Elle has a lot of questions.
I think it's just giving him daggers, is just observing, because they like to observe everything. They got a 17 on insight, so they're just gonna continue to check everything when they say stuff.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Hal, do you have something to say, or Corbin?
Any questions?
For him?
It's like, now there's Zone of Truth, I don't want to ask any questions.
Right, yeah, you guys don't make me waste a spell slot.
Elle's just gonna rapid fire. Oh, sorry, go Hal.
No, go.
Elle's just gonna rapid fire all these questions. Like, do you remember Corbin?
No.
Do you remember Fig?
No.
Do you remember Hal?
No.
Do you remember Gramps?
Who's Gramps?
Right here.
Hellforge.
I mean, your name's Gramps? No, I mean, I know you as a Hellforger.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Don't call me that.
Okay.
Yes, Gramps.
Okay. Well, now I'm confused. I mean, I know of your title.
Refer to me as the Hellforger. She can call me Gramps. You cannot.
Okay, fair enough. All right, cool. So, yes, I do.
Do you remember trying to kill us?
No,
Why don't you remember trying to kill us?
because I didn't try to kill you.
We did.
No, I didn't.
Did you die?
Well, I have been dead, yes.
When did you come back alive?
Not too long ago.
You sure you don't remember us?
I don't remember you.
How did you come back?
Immediately points at Campaign 3.
Renora's gonna be like, because they all seem really mad.
We kind of might have brought him back.
It cost one of my daggers.
This chrysalis, and he was inside. We brought him back, tried to save him.
Turns out that might
Thank
have
you,
been a
by the
mistake.
way.
I honestly don't know if you're welcome or not.
No.
I'm still on the fence about you.
Look. What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I will try to do whatever I can to make sure that we can all be on a good page. Because look, we're going to be fighting off against a god, not even a regular god. This is Queen Bitch of all gods. I want to make sure that we can all make sure that we are in this spot together. So, what do you need from me? Obviously, zone of truth. Bam! I'm not fighting it. What do you want?
Ren, while he's saying that, is slithering between people, like just passing quietly through all the people that are surrounding him while going through their bag. And they take out a book, which contains shit that they took out of that basement where he was trapped when he was a kid. And they open it, and on the table in front of his chair, they put a picture down of him and his siblings and some other papers. And they just say, I have a question.
Please?
To me? All right.
Table yours.
Yep.
You remember them?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they remember, well, at least Dahlia. Yeah.
I'm not asking about them, I'm asking you.
I already said yeah, but I'm saying it's not just me.
Did you care about them?
I still would. I still hate that they died, but they had to die.
You... Did you really love Zephinia?
I didn't hear the last one.
Did you love Zephinia? Do you remember that?
I remember that. I thought I did.
Thought you did. Well, I'm in the zone of truth and I also didn't try to resist it. But I remember one time there was a dragon creature that we all call the All-Mother.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all about to die in a little village in Nelithir. And I looked you in the eye and I said, if you really love her, you will chase the All-Mother away from here so she can survive. And you did. And you almost died. That I remember. And I wouldn't have tried to get you to do it if I didn't see that you cared about her. Next question. Do you care about Dahlia?
I do.
Do you intend to kill Cocopial?
I do.
I'll leave the picture there of his siblings.
Okay.
That's all I need to know. And I just walk up the stairs back outside.
Well, that was interesting. Anyone else?
Birna's gonna stand up and kind of address the whole group. We know what we have to face, and I know you're capable of a lot of things, and I think everybody else knows that too. We can't afford not to work together on this. We need all of us. We need every single one of us. If you have any other words to say it now, but we're all walking into this battle together, and we're all coming out of it together. Whether you like the person standing next to you or not, that person's going to keep you alive. So, figure out what you're going to do, but we are all working together on this. And if you can't, walk out that door right now.
Margram's just gonna kind of look around at campaign 2 to check in with everybody.
We will never be on the same page, but the enemy of my enemy is my ally.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Not friend, ally. There's a difference.
Well,
We can
you
work
heard him.
together. We can work
I think our work
together.
here is done, and then he's gonna grab a couple of scones and go back to his room and be like, nobody talk to me until we land.
Hey man, out!
Literally.
All right. Soma just stands up.
I just kind of watch him go by, like,
Soma just stands up and looks. It's like, all right, Last chance before I walk out of this damn circle. Anyone else?
Rest up for your fight tomorrow. Fighting against the mobile.
Trash, you
Did Dahlia summon you for a conjugal visit? Renora's gonna pipe up from.
Dahlia summoned me to help you all.
I'm sure she did.
And then he just kind of looks at everyone. Clearly that means that we're done with the interrogation. If anybody else has any words to me, I'll be on the main deck. And he starts walking back up.
Is there tea in Renora's hand?
Don't fall off the
No,
boat.
she made sure to set down anything before she said it. She remembers. It was like, what, 10 minutes ago? She hasn't learned, but...
Yeah. Clever girl.
I lean over to Dahlia really quietly. What's conjugal?
These nuts.
Nothing. She just
worry
made
about
it.
Okay.
Yeah. If he leaves, then Dolly just shrugs at them all and walks out too.
Okay.
No one died, so she considers it a success.
Fair.
All right. Now that the tension has gone down a notch, I'm actually going to stay here and like try and get to know these people a little bit before we go into battle. I'll probably sit down by Fierna and just kind of chat with her. I don't need to like play it all out, but it's just kind of
Yeah.
nice to see a level head. We need a few more of those.
Should have kept the Zone of Truth up. That would have been fun.
I could cast it again if you want.
We got what information we needed. Were you talking as Helga or Corbin?
Yes.
Okay.
Both.
Like, who am I addressing?
Yeah, we need the hat game back. We need the hat game.
I have a flag. I have a flag. That's what I have.
That's here. Was Corbin like visibly like shaken
Yes.
post Soma leaving still?
Yes.
Okay. Renora's gonna go over to him and be like, I might have something that can help you out if you'd like.
Oh, did we lose somebody?
Did we?
Yeah. We had to have because everybody shifted.
Right?
Yeah, everybody
shifted.
Oh.
We gained somebody.
Lose. Now we're doing the count.
Where did someone change?
I think somebody just
your name changed. So you
We're
just went
different
from...
on the stream too now.
Someone must have just changed something on their whole thing. Because it rotated people around at Discord.
Brent's
Probably,
name.
sorry.
It's okay.
Sarah is the ultimate dungeon master. Yay!
We all win! Sarah, say all win,
D&D!
Good job, guys.
As the resident Colby, he has been nibbling at people's shoes while they were interrogating Soma under the table. He might eat on one.
Tastes like to ask Soma for his boot.
But yeah, so Renora's gonna like go up to Corbin and be like, I might have something that can help ya with all this you got going on.
Yes.
And then she's just gonna kind of hand him the green stone. Here.
We'll take the green stone.
Cool. Enjoy your 10 minutes of blissfulness.
Only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
That's okay. It's better than none.
Oh.
I guess she'll just hang out in the mess hall while he does that, so she makes sure that she gets it back until he's done.
Finished their food and then went to Elle and said, "Tag, you're it," and run off.
Excellent.
She won't look it. She'll go up to Kobe. Tag! You're it! Yum!
Wait, I'm in of what?
You're it! It's Tag!
I don't.
It's called chase. You hear from afar. You're supposed to chase after the people and try to tag them back.
If you touch them, you can eat. If you touch them, you can eat their shoes.
What, can I? Am I allowed to pee on them? I'm coming! And he just takes off running.
Sold.
Are Hades and Zephynia still on the deck?
Yeah, I wouldn't go back in that room. Or at least Z is not there.
I mean, now Soma
I'll
went on
stay
the
with
main
her.
deck.
Yeah, he went up
If she
there.
sees him, she again
You push him on the way down.
starting a war, not starting a war, not starting a war, and walks away.
I went up before he did, so you would have seen me before you saw him. And that's what I was gonna say is like, he's probably going to come back up here in a minute. But I look at both of them and my expression softens because, you know, I was there for the beginning of their little romance. And, yeah, Ren, like, has a genuine smile when they look at both of you and they just say, I'm very happy that you found each other. I missed you both.
Do you believe one of the first things I said was, "Where the fuck is Ren?"
Ren is going to, like, make a move to hug Daphnia, but is going to say, like, it's safe if you'll allow it. I owe you, all of you.
As soon as you said it's safe, she goes in for a giant hug. You might have a few cracked ribs after it.
Well, so strong.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Daphnia's probably, like, so tall compared to Ren that Ren gets little uppies. It's absolutely fine. Extremely embarrassing, like, oh, it will be down. And then also, oh, inside my brain, I love that so much. Headcanon accepted. Hades gets uppies with everything. Alright, then...
You haven't seen her in her god form yet.
We're the same size.
And then, they will also hug Hades if he's cool with it.
Yeah, he'll hug you back, but then in this case, you pick him up a little bit. Oh.
They will just say, not being entirely sure that any of you were alive or if I would see you again quite a long time. I very much regretted how we had left things last time we had seen each other.
To be fair, that was so long ago, I don't even really remember.
It was better that you don't.
We're just glad you're back.
One last hurrah.
One last hurrah. Won't be our final one, but at least our final fight.
I, for one, hope to survive because I would like to finish what I started, but should I not? I suppose there is no better place for it to be than with all of you.
Walking out of this, all of us.
And they just say kind of quietly, like, no, we aren't. We're not going into it with all of us. And that's why I'm here. I broke a promise once and I won't break.
We will do our best to make sure that everyone walks out. Mostly everyone. And if we do, you do, Ren. Don't be a stranger this time. In fact, I think some of our newer abilities, my understanding, might be useful for you to complete your personal mission.
I mean, just an ability to, like, go places and talk to people whenever I wanted would be a great start. Some of us aren't the god of knowledge after all. Although I could bend the ear of such a god for things that I need to know, don't get me wrong. Would be happy to do so when we're done stomping Cacovial's ass.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
you-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, he'll be like, well, you will always have a seat at my table.
I'm gonna reach out telepathically because I keep forgetting I can do that. And in Rin's mind, you just hear, "I'm just a thought away, so don't be a stranger."
Think to themselves, like always.
Not always, just when I'm focusing. Maybe I'll reach out to you. Say hello every now and then.
Right. And then someone comes upstairs.
I'd be following.
I gotta go.
them,
Perhaps we should move this conversation to the study, and like, I'll go with her and like.
Well, I'm gonna scurry back, like, just watch them go off together, and just watch, and be pleased with that.
Someone's gonna speak up really loud as you guys are about to just leave out earshot to make sure you can hear. How the fuck are we gonna fight together if you can't be in the same room?
It's fun to do that.
I will fight when I have to fight. I'm not starting wars right now. And off I go.
And I'll use telepathy to just kind of like look at him and be like, please do not poke the bear, and at least it will be a very large. Congrats, by the way. And I'll keep walking.
Okay.
Oh, no, I already threatened him, didn't I? I pulled the Big Brother move. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did.
Threaten him again.
You didn't say congrats, so there you go.
Dahlia, where are you?
I followed Soma out, but it was just kind of more so make sure he was cool.
Okay.
And then Stephania wasn't gonna jump him.
He at this point's like at the head of the ship, and he is like grabbing a hold of like the side rail so much he's actually cracking the wood.
I'm still standing right there, so I turn around and look at them.
I just give Ren like a "we're good" nod. Well, I guess I'll just duck over Ren. Are you alright? Find out next episode.
There is no next episode.
You stop that.
Find out never. Season finale. Is Soma alright?
Well, I thought you were talking to Ren.
No,
I
he's
just
talking to
said I
Soma.
was.
Oh, I thought I heard
Ren
Ren.
asked, and so Dahlia said, I guess I'm echoing Ren. Are you alright?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I was confused.
That's right. There's 9 of us.
No. Obviously, this is completely fucked up. She needs to get over her shit. How am I supposed to fight in a battle with all these other warriors when I'm going to be afraid not of Kikolpiel, but of these idiots trying to cut me in the back?
Idiots.
Well, you can stop calling them idiots to begin with. Just because you don't remember what you did to them or what someone else did doesn't mean that it's
I didn't do
real
shit to
to
them. Whatever they
someone
think or
wearing
whoever they
the
think
cloak.
it was not me.
Some of them believe that now.
They can believe what they want to believe. I know when I was
Then
dead,
prove
and I
them
know
wrong.
how. How do I prove them wrong when I'm afraid of my own life? I'm not going to try to prove a point while I also am trying to prove the point to someone who's trying to cut me at the same time.
You have allies. We all have a bigger enemy.
I
to
have
take
one
care of.
ally, and that's you. That's it. No other allies. Not a single one.
Lyra.
Oh, come on. Campaign 3. Sorry.
No, we're there.
Ira has your back. Ren has your back. Hades even has your back, even though he can't very much express it.
Look,
The tables were divided down there. I don't know what they experienced. I don't know who they saw. They believe it's you, and they can just stay believing that. But if it's not you, and it wasn't, you can't do much to change their mind. You just have to show them.
and if it was under a different circumstance, then fine. But this scenario is extremely unique.
You're an extremely unique person. Don't worry
Hopefully by
about
the
what the
time
others
they're-
think of you. We will protect you. We all have a common enemy. She's going to have a lot to say. They're not going to have time to stab you in the back.
He
And if
puts
they do afterwards, we can just kill them too.
he puts his hand on yours. Your job isn't to protect me. I'm here to make sure I can protect you.
It works both ways in marriage.
But you're the queen.
And you're now the king. It's the vows we made, yes? You are safe.
Well, as safe as any of us are. But trust me, once we're facing down the goddess, no one is going to care that you're there. They're just going to care that your blade is there.
Ren has a very valid point.
You're a good fighter. I've seen it. And if you help everyone win, I don't even think Zephania will really have room to be mad anymore. But a broken heart is a strong motivator. It takes a long time to pick it up again. Ask your wife. She would know.
I understand she needs time. She's a very hot-headed individual. But this is bigger than her right now. And I knew that this was a possibility, and I still did it anyway.
Well,
Don't
because
worry
you believe
about
that she knows what's right in the end, because she does. It doesn't matter how emotional Zephania gets, her moral compass always points north. That is, after all, why she stood by you for so long, even when many of us did not. So give her some credit.
And she has Hades. Even he understands the situation. He has to be supportive of his wife, but he understands.
Just really take in what we're going to be doing here. You, as he points to Dahlia then Ren. Then he mentions Dira, and a few of them down there. I'll protect them. I'll protect you. But I don't have time to protect those that will not take the time. So, if it comes down to it, I know you love her, but if it comes down to it, I will not be a shield for that. And I won't be a shield for most of them. If it comes down to it, I will move out of the way.
Think of the impact that you could make in changing their minds if you didn't. I'm not asking you to die for anybody. But if you want to be known for something greater than whatever the perception they have of you, consider being an ally, even if they don't see you as one.
Give me a persuasion check.
lucky point. I'm trying to be really good here.
Cash those in.
Burn them now. Why not? What could go wrong?
Oh wait, speaking of burning shit, I got all these points on Discord or Twitch, and it's not like I can't fucking use them. So everyone have fun with this player advantage.
Oh man, we gotta find excuses to use it now.
Yeah, let's go, boy.
Quick combat. Let's go.
Okay. Fight club.
Bar
Flex
fight.
on, Skip.
Alrighty. With that player advantage, that is now a 32.
Just like
Nice.
looks at you, just rolls his eyes. God's fucking damn it! Fine. Do whatever can to even protect them. Fine. I'm not gonna fucking like it. And he starts walking off, needing his own space.
Well,
Just look at her, and I'm like, listen, the threat of death brings out the worst in everyone, honestly. Even those who think they're heroes. The reality is, he's right in that there are going to be a lot of people who can't be protected, even if we're trying.
I also say a decent amount of time has passed as you guys are getting pretty close to the island.
How are you?
me?
I mean, for this, and I like motion at everything.
That's a very loaded question, and I would be glad to answer it once I have killed this bitch and we have time to process everything that's going to happen. There's been a lot of shit that's happened in the last 2 weeks alone. Don't really give myself time to process it. Just have to keep moving forward.
You immediately get a mental communication, Dahlia. From Silic.
Hmm.
Please tell me that's you in the distance.
Ren just sees Dahlia snap her head, like, to that direction.
Do the same thing. What are we looking at?
Do I see anything, like a ship or something else in the distance?
No, but you're close enough to see a lot of fighting going on between like hundreds and hundreds of people on where you're supposed to be getting like big and port.
Bird comes out of my shadow and launches in that direction.
Okay. Once Bird will get there, you do see. Well, how high do you want Bird to be up in the air? How high?
High enough that you can get a good surveillance of the battlefield, because I put my hand on Dahlia and my eyes just blacken over and I just watch.
Okay, so you can see that there is probably about a good 2,000 soldiers that are all wearing colors of the Aberrant Order and the Cultist Order, and there is only about a total of like 6-7 soldiers left that are wearing what to you looks like Aberrant colors, the Underwater Kingdom. From the distance, you can see that you can see one with the tail and another one that looks pretty large compared to the rest of them.
I'll get closer to that.
Okay. You do see Silic and another one that you've never met before, but it looks like they are currently leading up the crew of the last like 7-8 soldiers, and they're constantly bringing them down, but you see in a distance that there's more waves of cultists that are coming in to add into the fight.
I have no idea how many were in his battalion to start, but he's down to half a dozen. And they are not slowing down.
I message back to Silic and I'm like, we've been trying to reach you for days. Are you okay?
Not really. I mean, we've been fighting for over a day. We haven't got any rest, and there's no end to them. We don't know where the fuck they're coming from. We already lost about 80 soldiers.
Well, just hold it for us. We're almost there. And Silic? I
What?
swear to the gods that are left, if you fucking die. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm bleeding, and now you're gonna tell me that.
Fucking die.
Well then, just get here quickly. I can't keep fighting and talking to you mentally. Just get your ass over here.
You act like I'm the one driving the fucking ship.
He disconnects the communication.
Watching him talk to her while he's fighting, and I'm like seeing his rest of the conversation.
We are gonna.
I just yelled at Howard, fucking, he's not here. Arthur, that guy. To full steam ahead wherever the fuck ships do. I don't know. I'm not a sailor.
Whatever. Keep fine.
Full steam ahead. Steam? What do you mean steam? We don't. What?
Get fucking there. I'm a passenger princess when it comes to ships, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right. And he just starts commanding things. He starts activating arcane enchantments, and then open up the sails, and immediately you just feel the tug of it just getting pushed through the water. But due to it, all the splashing keeps coming over the ship. We're gonna do a temporary pan over to Silicon Murph. As soon as the communication ends, Murph, you and Silic have been fighting for over a day. No break, no rest. You both are tired. You have suffered levels of exhaustion. But there are many more lives lost on their side than yours. As Silic just looks at you. Well, hopefully they get here soon. Because I don't know how much longer I can last.
I'm gonna look over to Silic, just blood-streaked. And most of it not my own. We last as long as we need to. They'll be here. They will be here. Now back on your feet, Boyle. There's one of these fuckers to end.
Well, let's make it over to
right back in.
Let's just make it over the door and open it up. Hopefully when they get here, they can quick charge in. And then he immediately
lead the way, brother.
He immediately transforms and he's going to immediately charge in. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. And we're back. All right. So, hang on. I literally think something just broke underneath my desk. Oh, nope. All good.
Oh, that was your spirit.
So as Murph and Silk charge in, Bird can see in the distance. It looks like they're specifically trying to cover a spot. So as you can see on the map, there's two specific areas of points I put notes on. One is the southwestern side. This is specifically where Tisa Vench fought off against Valeris, that most of you know about, and that's where they were last contacted to. Where you guys are coming into is the side where the note for Silk and Murph is, and that's currently where the army's being on. You can see that Silk and Murph are trying to make it to this point here, if you guys look at the map. And it looks like they're trying to keep a spell conjured on that spot to try to keep like almost kind of like a tear through the wall, as long as one of them is actually touching it, open.
How, from the distance it took Bird to get there versus the speed that we're traveling, how long it's going to be till we touch land?
1 hour.
1 hour, okay.
That's with the increased speed. Otherwise, it would have been 2 hours.
Dahlia still standing next to me?
I would assume so.
I'm going to relay that to her and say that it'll be an hour before we reach land, and that I'm not sure that I think that they'll last that long.
Well, that's the vote of confidence I really wanted. Then I will run and raise the alarm for everyone to get on deck.
Okay.
I was probably already coming out as soon as I noticed the ship. If I noticed the ship moving faster or doing a little lurch or whatever.
Okay.
I feel like Elle and Mixus would have been climbing all over the sails because they were trying to play tag still.
The most dangerous game of tag ever. They're like doing big jumps between different crow's nests. Come get some.
Throwing peekaboo everywhere and teleporting.
Right? That's cheating!
That's not fair. Get back here.
One of them just tosses one of the crew members at the other one and be like, "You can't touch me."
You have to use what tools you have.
Except a fully grown, like a full-size grown man tosses them.
One of them gets tossed at Helga.
I can't sneak attack and just throws a body at you.
Line him up with a baseball bat.
Does it work?
Vader might be playing it too, just watching. I gotta have
I'll
some.
use minor illusion. It gives me a 5-foot space, so I will do sort of like from what I've watched Bird do, what I've watched Bird see. I will amplify that into a map on the deck that's 5 foot big.
Okay.
And it is sort of like it's a slow motion representation of like the army that's out there.
Okay.
And I've sort of played it out like a war table so people can see the spaces that's being used, and then Dolly and I can go over that while everyone is.
Is it still raining on the?
Oh yeah, well, it's not. So it's not raining; it's snowing, but there is still lightning. There's still thunder. It's crescent enough with the wind that most of the water you're getting is the water splash on the ship, but it is still snowing so much that with the wind and now the increased speed, it does feel like a blizzard. But it's not cold enough to freeze the ice that the ship is sailing on, or freeze the water to make ice.
Helga's got her mug and she's like, "Why the hell did I leave the bar to come stand in the snow?"
Because it's fun, Helga.
Why did you?
Snow angels! Snow Symphonias!
Going at the illusion of thousands of people trying to fight 2 people, and like, because this is what we're about to hit.
Okay, so is everyone up there?
Fucking fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna like kneel down by the.
She rang the alarm, so I'm assuming everybody's gathering.
Okay. So I'll let
Renora is, when she realizes it's snowing, is going to run down to her room and then put on her ice armor before coming back up.
Oh yeah.
She wants to be part of the vibes.
Okay. I'll allow everyone, if you are at the war table that Ren is all prepared, to give me an insight check on what you see to see what you're at least going to be going into. I
Would
only
that
need
be
to.
for all
For-
characters?
If you are by the war table, every single person that's by the war table, I don't need to know your number unless it's a 20 or higher.
Do we have
Hey,
a
remember,
band
gang, I cast player advantage in the chat, and
Yeah,
fun
you
fact,
did.
I just cast another one because I rolled a fucking 2, so
Wait,
So-
that's way fucking better.
Yeah, I just
Insight
wasted
check.
mine.
Insight check.
Wow.
Are you just raising your hand to show you got it, Ren?
That I beat 20.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay. Yep. Anybody else can
Nat
raise your
20.
hand? Oh, shit. Okay.
Wait, like you have to get a nat 20?
No, it just has to be a
No,
total of
yeah.
20 or higher.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
against me.
I'm just letting him know I got a nat 20.
Hades above, Colby nat 20.
And Hades, what did Hades get?
He got over 20.
You roll for
Okay.
hell.
So, for the nat 20s,
Oh, I got it.
His nat 20 is 35.
for the nat 20s, you can tell that there must be something arcane that's taking place that Silicon Soma can't fight, that is constantly summoning warriors. That's just making it. You can tell the bodies that they've killed between their team and Silicon Soma, that they probably killed over like a good 500 people, but they're just still, they keep like get teleported there. For the rest of the 20s, you're able to notice that whatever, and this is including the natural 20s, you can tell that they are constantly trying to stay by the dome itself, specifically the point that I put as a pinpoint on the map. For those who got the 20s or natural 20s, if you are proficient in Arcana, roll me an Arcana check to understand why they are by the door.
Nope. Because it's a door.
Because it's a door. 19 plus 9 for
Okay.
large
And
number.
is that Corbin that got that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, Helga has no idea what magic is.
25
Magic
for
what?
Colby.
25. Okay. Okay.
Colby too?
Oh, Kayla, you're muted. Okay.
I
What?
was just laughing because Colby's going to be the MVP who kills Kuko.
Between
Dog fall.
Kobe and Corbin, it looks like both Silk and Murph are generating some kind of magic that's forcing there to be roughly about a 10-foot tall tear in the actual in the dome itself at a very specific point. It looks like they can only be done here, but it looks like it only stays open as long as they are touching it. From this distance, you can't tell specifically the parameters of a spell that they're using to do this, if it's a enchantment they got on them, or how long it can be open. But it looks like they're specifically doing that so you guys can just make it and run in without fighting.
That looks like the drop point, and we're just gonna point to it. That's
It's-
where we need to go.
It still looks like you still have to run through the crowd unless someone can teleport every single one of you there. Which at this point, there's nothing blocking magic from the ship to that point, but there is a lot of you. Nonetheless, it looks like their job is to hold it open and have the few remaining honor guard that they have on their side to at least make sure there's a path for you guys to get in there. We only have to deal with a couple soldiers apiece to make your way through.
We can go. Some can go over, I guess. We got some flyers.
Yep.
What was the question? I heard a question in there.
How fast is the ship moving, DM?
The natural speed of the ship is 120 feet, so it'd be going 240 feet.
Because I think potentially some of us have ways to go faster.
That's probably just you.
We go faster than that.
I think just probably Mixis and Ren are the only ones that can really beat that speed with dashing.
Yeah, it's true. Because I have a fly speed. Wow.
In fact, I'm kind of curious,
What do
which
we
one of
got?
you can go faster? Because Mixis can go really fast based on guessing.
Right,
but
right now.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know this.
Race.
Walking speed is 70.
Okay, Ren can beat you.
Mixis is way faster than
Oh,
me.
really? Okay, I thought Ren
Well,
could go faster.
That's not true because I have bonus action dash. So technically, I'm faster if I'm using bonus action dash.
Fair enough.
If I'm just going speed, I'm not faster.
Okay.
Just
If we're
watch.
using
Just look.
bonus action, Colby can go 150.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all.
Yeah, if we do bonus
Big
action.
terrors, let me tell you.
Young God Colby gonna
that
save
I'm
us all.
I also have face step too, but I can only do it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'd probably be worth saving. So,
I thought it was good that Obsidian's fly speed was 90.
well, that means like at least in a round he could go
Dash
180.
Yep.
But the fact is, none of us, unless we magically transport immediately to the battlefield, are going to move much faster, and we would expend resources that we could otherwise use fighting Cocopio.
Yeah, I mean.
So we focus on what we do when we get to the land.
Is there anything that we need to know? Anyone have any information? What have I missed anything that we know about Cocopio right now? What is the plan of attack and what's going on with the blades? You give me an update on what we know about the blades now.
That's a loaded question.
I'll give you an update on what we know about the blades as succinctly as possible with assistance from smarter people.
I just want to know if Ren knows that there was a ritual that wasn't done, and if there was like an option. But yeah, since we're clear on it.
Dira will not mention that because it's a moot point at this point. If it's someone else does, that's their call.
But you mentioned that you've already absorbed like 5 of them.
4, yes.
So is the plan to absorb all of the rest of them except for Felix? Or are you waiting until we walk onto the battlefield? Or what's the plan?
I should probably do at least one more now. We were trying to space them out, but I don't think there's much more time for that.
What does it do to you?
I look around at the various wielders. I should have done that earlier today.
To absorb them. Physically.
Not much. Just step away for a minute.
You? Doesn't give you any exhaustion or anything like that?
It feels a little strange, but
no status
it passes. But not so far.
Well, your choices are to wield them against this army. And then hope that we can find a time to set Dira aside to do what needs to be done, or to turn them over now. But now is the time to make that choice.
I don't really know how to hand mine over because it's not a material thing, but I manifest the blades of order around me.
Sounds like Dira's blade is the thing that takes care of that, I would think.
I kind of step aside a little bit with Dahlia and see if it will if it will even let me take hold of those, hold of one of her hilts or something.
Dahlia, are you going to allow this to happen?
Yes.
Okay. As the blades are spinning around you, as they are more or less a spectral extension off of your body, as Dira gets closer, they start to slow down in speed, and they turn into one physical dagger that's just floating in the air.
I'll let Dira take it.
All right, Dira, as you take it, you immediately feel it in your hands as it just pulls in from one hand into the blade, as you just feel the energy just go through very fast, like a just immediate, almost like a 2-second hangover that just kind of hits you really, really quickly. The jolt of energy kind of throws you back, and you feel a little winded for a few seconds. But it does get absorbed into the blade. As you feel the blade itself get lighter, I will give you stats of how that will work for the final battle.
Sure.
And you successfully absorbed Aurelia.
All right, that's. I guess. Wait.
They all that fast?
Yeah, 5 down, 4 to go. It just knocks me for a loop for a minute, but it's all good.
And do we have to get more?
Sorry?
Hey, Amanda.
This is Pete talking. When do we have to give you our blades? We can at least get a few hits on Cocopio, can't we?
Well, if it knocks her out minutes at a time.
If we're gonna get the chance, I don't know. I ain't a strategist. I just know
If
that
she figures out what we're doing, she's going to do everything she can to stop us. Best to have as much advantage as we can beforehand.
I agree with Dahlia. I know they're an asset, but if she's the plan behind which we are moving forward, we need to bolster her. So that way she will be strong enough to pierce the enemy. And if we falter and we wait in order to try to take down the few, we will miss the opportunity for the one we're actually after. And we cannot risk that. Not right now. We have all come too far, and all of the men there have died already.
Hades, I'm going to have you, as you already would have used the power of lore to kind of research as much as you could about the blades, you would know that in the way that Dira's doing it, as soon as she absorbs the last blade, she gives herself only 1 minute before she has to use up all its power. So if she decides to absorb them all now, the power itself would just kind of self-destruct on her.
Got it. All right, he will.
You gotta get.
No. So that's the last one, right? He's the one to hold out.
If he's with us, that's his plan. But I mean, if you stick close, but not too close, because if you get within 10 feet of me, it's gonna not be good. But
Dira, something that just dawned on me is that if we are continuing in the path that we are, once you absorb the last blade, you will have about a minute, 60 seconds if you will, before it is going to pop, whether you choose to do it or not. So it will be a strategic move when you absorb the last one.
all right, good to know.
So that
think we
sounds
kinda
like
knew
that maybe we should go in with some of the blades not absorbed, right?
If you stay real close.
Yep.
We can stay close, just
Have you
not
out of
too
my
close.
Do we know,
can absorb.
mechanically speaking, does it take her an action to absorb a blade?
In combat, I believe...
Yeah, we haven't done it in combat.
Yeah, so in combat, for her to absorb the blade, she just has to be within its area. So she doesn't even have to
Like a
spend an
free
action.
action.
Yeah, just basically. Yeah, as long as she's within the area, which is essentially 5 feet, she can just physically raise her hand as far as movement, and then it can just get absorbed. Because she doesn't actually have to touch the blade. The power itself will just kind of absorb into her.
If she is touching the blade, it will absorb. So she can't just like carry Silic's sword, for example.
Correct. Now, Silic's sword is a little bit different. When she absorbs the power of Silic's sword, she absorbs its power, but the sword's still there because it's kind of a cursed object of sorts. But she would still be able to absorb the blade within. But yes, if she touched the blade, she would absorb its powers, and then he would still have a sword, but it would be a lot less than what it is now.
Would we know if that when she absorbs a blade in that manner, like 5 feet away, if somebody's holding it, would it affect the person wielding it?
It's still going to do the.
It wouldn't.
They still need to make the con save and to give them the damage.
Only
Or
if they
they're letting
resist
you
it.
take Okay.
Only if they resist it. If they're willing, no effect. It just happens. If they resist it and you guys actively are like, no, I don't want to yet, then yes, you do have your stats on your blade that kind of has the whole setup, just kind of like how when you're fighting against Soma. But yeah, if the creature's willing, just like how it just worked with Dahlia, then no check needs to be made, no damage needs to be had. It's mostly just if the person's resisting it, that's when the damage could be taking place.
Okay. Hades will then say, if the plan is to do it in the middle of the fight, try to not let Cacopial see. They are right. If she realizes what we're doing, she will try to stop us.
Is
I really
there
think
a
we need to be
chance?
down before she sees us. We need to be down to 1.
Great. I think you need to be down to 1 or 2 maximum. Because you won't have time for more. She is going to have whatever the fantasy description is for legendary actions and or lair actions. So just keep that in mind.
Pretty much.
And what's to stop her from trying to take? Well, that would we would know that about the whole like one person can only wield Ultima and everyone else pretty much dies, right?
At this point now, because the previous day you guys did discuss it in the in the mess hall, that yes, out of all of you, at least out of all of you, she's the only one who can wield it without, at least at its current level, she's the only one that can wield it without dying, as at least a purebred human has to actually be wielding it.
Okay, so there's no world that we live in where she can take the sword and use it against all of us.
Well, I mean,
Cacopial.
Which
not that we
Cacopial
know
can?
of?
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, dear wow."
We don't think
no.
she can?
Yeah, I want to make sure that Cacopial can't swipe the sword while it's still mega
I mean,
charged
you guys
and
don't know if
won't
she can or not. You don't know.
So we need to come up, make sure that
We do know from the lore of the sword is that, like, even
Blades
if it
knows.
didn't kill everyone immediately, it just killed them eventually.
Correct.
So she's so freaking powerful. The chance of it still being able to be used by her, even if, if it was her last dying thing to grab it, it could mortally wound her or it could curse her. Who knows? We really don't know. We only know that mortals who have tried to touch it have died.
Right.
So
I will
not
just
always
say,
me.
as DM and the player, so you guys don't create a strategy that would waste your time, is if you tried to think like, okay, if she holds it, she dies, it won't work. Even if you try to force to be like, hey, hold this blade, so we just automatically win, it won't work. I think
we're just worried about the possibility of her taking
right.
it using
Sure.
it.
Yeah. I will say this falls in the same parameters as the Dark Orb, where she can't actively touch it because it is a god-killing weapon.
Okay.
That,
if this conversation is
would want to
happening,
touch a god-killing weapon.
Yeah,
I would say if this conversation's happening in real time, Colby's just like, well, just lick the blade, then no one can touch it because you licked it. It's yours.
By the same,
like, there's a magical hole right here we can go through.
I will just remind you too that there are 2 gods in here, so by any chance, if one of them touch it, it could have terrible consequences.
Right. Also, that.
Who's those guys?
Got it.
Technically,
so that's
technically
right.
3 gods, I guess I should say, because Seraphina's a god too, but she's not in there right now.
Yeah.
So that's my question: is do we want to try and bring it down to as few blades as possible? And do we know if Silic is going to be willing to give up his blade?
He said he'll be there. He didn't want to do it yet because he needed it for, I think, what he's doing right now. But after that, he promised it was in. He just said he'd be there with us at the end. And also, if something goes wrong, if we lose him, it's set to come to me. He changed the enchantment on it.
If it comes to you, do you immediately absorb it because of the nature of your blade?
I assume so.
So that's perhaps a good reason to have one that you haven't. Because if you aren't ready, and it comes to you by some nature, I mean, forbid that it would just appear, but if he dies and it appears with you and you are not ready to activate your blade, it will activate regardless.
We don't need to throw you a loaded bomb, like
right, unless you're
True
ready
enough.
to use it.
So I look at the 3 remaining. I mean, I ain't forcing anybody to do anything, but y'all got to decide.
I ain't got no blades. This decision's easy. I'm going to drink.
That's your answer to all your problems.
Yeah, because the only ones left other than Silic would just be Xander, Mixus, and
Firna.
Firna.
Yeah.
Firna's gonna walk up to Dira and hold out her sword. I would have liked to at least get a few hits in, and I know Broomhilda would feel the same, but to keep all of us alive, to go with this plan, I think you should absorb her now.
Are you sure, Fina? I could hold out. I could do it if need be. I don't need to.
There just needs to be one person, and
it sounds like eventually they're all gonna go, so it doesn't really matter the order, does it?
Well, then I guess who's going to want to stay close to me in the fight? Who's going to need theirs most separate?
Again, I don't have a blade. This decision's easy.
Yeah. I mean, Firna, I appreciate this. That might be you. I don't know. I look at the other 2. What do y'all think?
My blade's the only thing that is one of the only weapons I have that is powerful.
Oh, Mixus,
Otherwise,
I'm a powerful weapon. Don't sell yourself short.
No, I don't have many. I only have support, pretty much.
I'm sure Renora's got a whole Renor's got a whole
Renor
case full of weapons.
A whole arsenal of weapons. This
But
is
some of those
this isn't-
I can't wield some of those.
Makes it we have to give these up.
I'm gonna be at the very front. Are you gonna want to be there?
Daggers. Mixus.
What?
When you wield
Wait.
daggers.
Yes.
My
gonna
question
be there.
was, I'm
There
gonna be at the
out.
very front, and the last person needs to be by me. Do you want that to be you?
Question. If you are normally at range, it may benefit you to not choose that.
Well, I can.
But you
then
can
I
move really fast.
I
So-
can move really fast, and I can hide in plain sight. 'Cause I am only 4 feet tall.
Well, to be honest, that might be a good choice because she will be hard to find. And she also has some protection, some divine protection of her own.
That's
So she
right.
might
I suppose,
be.
suppose if you move fast enough to get to me, it might be the right strategy.
She would be the fastest person to deliver it to you on the battlefield.
And you, Xander? What do you do?
Well, I am magnificent every day of every time. But
I'm sure you are.
No, throughout the 10 lands. But no, I'll ignite mine and turn into Death Metal Xander. More just a taller version, kind of as tall as Murphda. Has like blacked out and his blade's a little bigger. And I can inspire 3 people at a time. I can heal, and I also can go bam, and I can just shoot more lightning.
Also, you don't know why, but as he just transformed, like you just hear heavy metal just playing somewhere. You don't know where the hell it's coming from.
Just like
It's not coming. It's just like it randomly. It's just like you're just like what the fuck?
It's his intro music.
Yes.
All right. Well, like I said, I ain't strategist.
But I could be up front with you too. But
Not with
I'm
that
also
blade,
good
you
in the
can't.
back.
You
No,
could be
I'm
a
also very
senator
squishy.
with the blade.
My brother is dying out there. We need to figure this shit out. Someone needs to give up a blade, preferably both, so he is the last one that can give them.
Dahlia, the ship is still moving.
Mixus, can you wield a longbow or only short bows?
Let me check.
Helga's like Helga and Corbin are like, I got guns.
I got a gun.
We both got guns.
Guns? No.
We giving Mixed a gun? I'm for it.
Oh my god.
I cast magic missile.
Alright, melee waterlogged her gun, so she doesn't have it. But
If the idea
I don't know, I guess I don't know what size is the longbow. Technically, I don't remember.
I don't know.
Here,
She's small.
In it. It'll stay.
I
in
think
your
she's
protection.
small, yeah, right?
So you probably can't wield it because it's pretty.
No, it's
big.
heavy.
Okay.
It's a heavy weapon.
I do have Cal's hand scythe, which is considered a dagger, and my basket dagger that you can have. I also have two hand
One
axes.
I have one cal scythe, remember, because we
Yeah,
we
that's right.
shared them.
Would you like the other scythe?
I mean, I guess I don't know. Whatever is best for everyone
Yeah.
else, I guess.
Yeah.
I also have the summon axes of cold that you can throw and they'll come back to you.
But how big
I
are those?
honestly,
They are
do.
hand axes, so I don't know.
Yeah.
They're light enough to throw like a dagger, so I wouldn't think
If
that
they're
it'd
So
be.
size of a
they'd be like a
dagger.
normal axe to make us.
Yes, they'd be a normal axe. They'd be like, ah!
Yes, Mixus!
Literally.
I have literally 17 daggers that are all magical.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, they've just been accumulating them.
No, I have 17
Who else has
plus
that
3
blade
daggers.
still?
I think it's just us two. I can
Mixus
turn
and-
mine over.
Mixus-
That's fine.
Mixus, Xander, and Tierna have
Yeah,
blades
are the
left.
only last
Yeah.
ones with blades. So
So it makes sense. if
whatever
we need
people
a-
want me to do, I'll do, I guess. So yeah.
If we need
yeah,
a
no, I
frontline
mean-
fighter to be by.
Well, is it a frontline fighter or is it the person who can
So
get to me
I
fast?
just checked. Mixus can wield longbows.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, you're
How-
proficient. You're proficient with it.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
It's because you're a ranger first and a druid second.
Well,
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that makes
if
sense.
you
Yeah,
would
Ranger
like
first.
the bow of patient hand, you could have that. If you want to keep your blade, I'm okay with that too. I'm just saying, like, I have other stuff.
It
If
might
you
be
would
better-
like something else.
It'll be better for her to have another weapon she can use after, regardless, because this
Yeah,
ain't going
I
to be
mean-
the end of it.
This is kind of like a weight.
It'll make Kokobi immortal. It won't kill her. Y'all are still going to have to fight, so she will need more weapons. All of you are going to need more weapons.
I genuinely see a lot of value to having the last blade before Silic being on someone that is hard to reach. Because if it's a frontline fighter, they are at risk of going down. And they can hold their own, absolutely, yes, but they will be a visible target who is obviously wielding one of the blades of Bahamut. As to where if you have Mixis, who is fast and sneaky and hard to find and can shoot from range, especially with a longbow, which is like 300 and 400 and something feet away, and is doing
150 to 600.
She can stay hidden until.
And she can, exactly,
Yeah.
she can stay hidden, and then the blade, no one would know she was carrying it. So
I like it. Yeah.
Xander and I will
value
give
for
up our
strategy.
blades.
Yep.
Nixus
Cool.
can at least take them out from the air until the time that we absorb it.
Would you still like another weapon to go along with your blade?
Still need it after.
Power. I also need to look into Renora's bag of holding because I don't have a
Fairness.
sword once I give mine up.
I don't think I offered it to you. I'm pretty sure I offered it to Meeks.
It's like, yo, this is
Like,
it for
what the fuck?
everyone. This is just to her.
This could be our last chance. To
I
be
don't
able
have
to
any more
as well.
swords. All I have are
Give it-
daggers.
Fair Dare, you're giving this to me. It's the least I can do. And I go into my backpack and I take out the great sword that my father reforged for me.
What kind of sword are you looking for, by the way?
I don't know, just something that
A cool
hits hard.
sword.
Well, I mean, do you use great swords,
Cool
one-handed sword? What are you looking for?
If you have great sword, I'll take great sword.
Okay.
This one is a +3. After you've been hit by a magical attack, you're immune to that type for 3 turns. You're immune to a different type, you lose immunity to the previous type. You have detect magic and can cast it at will. Doesn't count against your total spells. Can cast this 3 times for a long rest. Strength checks, saving throws with advantage.
Is it in Roll20?
It should be
But it should be in D&D Beyond.
It's under Dira's greatsword.
Oh, I forgot I have the solstice cane quarterstaff from the Christmas episode.
From the Yuletide Festival, yep. You got the
From the-
ice armor
yeah,
and
thank you.
and then the ice cane. Yep.
Yeah,
just
Renora
have a
saw it
full
snowing outside, so she went in the ice armor immediately. So she's here serving vibes, but
So yeah, I take that out and I give it to you, and I'm like, I know I'm asking a lot of you. Just take care of it for me, all right?
I'll treasure it. I'll keep it safe. Thank you. And I'm gonna hand over Broomhilda.
All right, and I will step back and let that do the thing.
Okay. As you absorb Brynhilda, immediately it turns into fire on your body, and then the fire goes directly in the blade. It does give you a bit of it does feel like it actually is burning for a little bit, but it is kind of more mentally that you feel it, and then it goes away, and then it's all good.
Andrew, do you need a weapon now?
Did you find that, Amanda?
I did. Thank you.
Okay.
Are any of the spell casters have cold damage that they do?
Hello.
Hades. Hades does 2 things: fire and cold.
Yeah, Corbin's just generally elemental stuff.
Renora is just gonna hand you the solstice cane then, because it's really for cold magic.
You being
Corbin or Hades?
Corbin or Hades?
Corbin does cold magic?
He does elemental, so he's a wild.
Well, this would just affect
He's a
cold
little-
magic.
Okay, then yeah, it's probably more
than
beneficial
Hades,
for
yeah.
Okay.
So it just, I think it's just
ironically,
called
I
the
have an
ice
open
cane.
spot.
I think it's just
solstice cane.
Or solstice
SOL.
cane. Okay.
I'll just add that real quick.
Yes.
I actually have an open attunement slot right now.
Nice.
Oh, Dira,
Anyone
I have
wants
something. I hand
plus
Dira
two?
a necklace of healing I duplicated from a box.
Oh, okay. Is it just called Necklace of Healing?
Yes. You have to attune to it though.
Okay.
No,
I don't have any.
No, you don't. Yeah,
okay.
you do.
I
Fuck.
can't attune. I can't attune to anything else unless I give up my armor.
Fair enough.
Because Ultima takes 2 slots.
Who else is a healer that needs a boost?
Xander and Cargrim are the other
The bard
healers.
did just give up his magic sword, so maybe he has a spot open now.
I hand it to
Good.
offer it to Xander.
What is it?
It's a necklace of healing.
Oh, a necklace of healing. Oh,
Yeah, and I haven't
okay.
actually taken Xander's sword yet.
Also, Xander, don't forget.
You have to attune
I
to
don't know
it.
if you've added this previously, but you have the pearlescent radiance ring from
Yes.
Renora.
I believe I have that.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Just told him all the shit, like all the good shit. is
Right,
in
like
there.
we might
Yeah,
need to.
Renora has
Yeah.
all the shit.
When you're hit by a
She's-
She's been
spell,
collecting
attack,
it
heal
all
it back
this
to radiant.
time.
I started with the
I'll
bag of
deal with
holding,
that
and
bit
now
of
here we are.
Yeah, steal this stuff out.
And literally,
Emptying the bag of holding.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Andrew, do you
Gucci
tell us-
Gucci bag
need
of
a weapon?
holding.
Time.
Yes,
I would,
right,
I would
designer.
note, you have been saving all this stuff for a rainy day. Will Snowy do?
Yes.
I don't like it.
Well,
the best
okay.
thing to do with the last 20 minutes before the end of the world is just like give each other a bunch of presents.
Yeah,
Like here you go, swapping around.
What do you have?
I have
What do
a
you have?
plus
If anybody-
5 longsword.
Ooh. Okay.
Cool.
Plus 5? Damn.
That might be good. I don't think I have that.
It has no other abilities on it. It's just a plus 5.
Well,
Like,
Xander, you're also
but you
more
don't
of
have
a.
to attune to it.
Okay.
Renora, we both know better. He's not ranged. Are you kidding?
I was gonna say he's more. Of a, I was about to say that. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, if I have to get
That's
it
a
close,
good
pretty
sword.
much. It is a sword.
Okay. So
I'll
if you
take
give up
Burgess.
your item to Dira, then when you do that,
Yep.
I'll do a thing.
Sure.
You ready?
And it's mostly
Are any of the
used for-
spellcasters? Will they have an open hand during combat that they would like to hold a book that would give them resistance towards either elemental spells, spells that affect your senses, or piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning attacks? And not even spellcaster, but just anybody that has an open hand throughout combat.
I
That they
always
can
have
hang
it
on to the
again
book.
because I punch people.
Yeah.
I could take one of those.
Would you?
But,
Okay.
Xander will probably have a free hand while he's healing everybody. That's cool.
Okay.
Be like, I punch people. I do it really good, and that's all I do.
That's.
Renora,
I'm out.
People
Renora,
with
when
the
you have a
will.
chance, just let me know what the name of that bow is, and I'll find it. if
Yeah,
it's in D&D.
It is. It starts with C3, and then it's Bow of the Patient Hand.
Oh yeah, that's a really old one. If I still have C3 in front of it, man, that's beginning of
Yeah.
the campaign. Woo!
Yeah.
Same with these books. The Book of Spell, they're all listed as C3.
Okay.
So
Give you
just
a bonus. The books.
the books, yeah. The one increases your charisma, one's dex, and one is wisdom.
Can I please have the dexterity one? Can I please have
Yes.
it?
Okay, so the dexterity one, you're also going to be resistant to all piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning attacks. It only works if you have it in your hand. So you have to be holding it. Otherwise, if it's just on your person, you won't
Guess
get this.
what? When you're holding a book, it's almost pretty much making a fist to punch people with.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I heard.
Taste my words.
You just hit people with the book instead.
Hitting them with
book
knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
I'll have
Okay.
to, I'll have to
Renora,
find it later
can I have
because I
one of
can't
your
find
cloaks?
it. By the
Oh,
way.
okay.
I think Ryan was asking about a book.
What's the item that you're trying to get, Nixus?
It's the bow, one of the
Of the
bows.
patient hand.
Okay, hang on. Let me see. Maybe I can, because I run the campaign, so maybe I can get it.
And we're just living in it.
We're
What were you
just
saying, Ryan?
in-
I was asking, Renora, can I have one of those cloaks?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. So, Ren, your book is the Book of Spell yellow. It starts with C3. The cloaks aren't actually made. I made them in D&D Beyond, so you'll have to
I can write
make it yourself or whatever. Okay, so we got one that's paralyzed to charm and perfection. Petrification.
Can I have it's the green cloak with gold I just was looking up the things you sent.
Yeah.
The spell's fired, having extra 100 foot of range.
Perfect.
Yeah, go for
Got it.
Hashtag research. Let's go.
We're just shopping in the design
Literally, I'm
village.
Yeah, designer.
like, oh, I have some things that can help.
Shopping in
you
the
play
design
a video
village.
game and you get to the end of it and you've been saving all these items because like you knew you
Literally.
would need them eventually, and it's
Literally.
literally the last fight of the game, and you're like, well, should I have used all these items?
Exactly.
Yeah, because I can't wear cloaks or anything with this armor, so.
Yeah.
Tell me what the name of that book is again. You said it was the
Yes, it's C3, Book of Spell, and then yellow in parentheses.
Why is it not finding patient handy? Let me check my.
Is it in someone's inventory? Is it in your inventory?
Well, that wouldn't make a
right now?
difference.
matter.
It wouldn't matter. I'm checking to see if
Yeah.
for some reason like it's been removed from my whole system.
Oh yeah, I'm not even seeing the Book of Spell on there either.
We can't find it either, so we might just have to write down what we got and then have Joe make sure he makes them for us.
I mean, we have
Or something.
screenshots from before for the spells.
I didn't. Yeah, I can
Books and
screenshot the
spells.
bow too.
Okay.
I'll send that
and
to
then
you.
we can go from there.
Yeah, screenshot it and then I will. Yeah, because I'm looking at my stuff and they must have somehow got deleted because I don't see the bow with patient hand. I see your speed bow and I see your quick draw bow, but I don't see the patient hand bow.
Yeah.
And then the book.
I just tried to look that up and I'm not seeing that
All I
either.
see is the book of elemental spells. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just
I'll send people individual screenshots of whatever I'm handing out to you.
Well,
until we figure it out.
Well, if you put it in the one chat, Joe can put it back in.
yeah, I can recreate them.
D&D.
Just
okay,
let me know
perfect.
who gets what when you send them, and then I can make sure. Then I can even send it to their inventory. Then.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be printing off everyone's.
Yeah, I'm gonna print
for
out
them.
people's sheets and stuff like that. But yeah, it's that way. It's all set up.
Okay. Cool.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
What else?
All right. One more blade to absorb.
All right. How close are we to landing? I guess.
Very, very, very close.
All right.
Xander, the time is now.
The time is now. All right. So fine. He really just cherishes in the moment of being death metal Xander and being tall for once. Play his ultimate power and just appreciate the moment. Probably play a few last notes and disenchant his blade because it's absorbed
Boo, get off
into
the
his-
stage.
No, boo you! And he disenchants because it's fused into his god or his weapon he got from his god, his loot, and he disenchants it and hands it to Dira.
Okay. Dear, as you take it, you hear a beautiful hymn go from your body into the blade itself. This is calming. This is more relaxing than the rest, as like a song moves through and into the blade. You've absorbed the storm blade. Xander, give me an insight check on yourself.
Oh, I know it's gonna feel weird. Do we have advantage on this?
Advantage? I think you still did.
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
Two advantages.
2 advantages. All right.
On this day, his
Oh.
heart grew 3 sizes.
If you didn't use them both, you still have one.
Oh god, there we go. All right. You said insight?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be a 20. 18 plus 6.
Okay, so 24.
Arbitrarily. Okay. Thank you for advantage.
Even though you have given up the Blade of Storms, the power for your Death Metal Xander was given to you by both of your gods.
Okay.
You can still access Death Metal Xander once per long rest.
Yay, compromise.
When you hand it over and it kind of absorbs in, I come up to you and I'll just be like, figure this isn't your god weapon, but it matches your gold standard of singing. And he'll pull the golden longsword out of the bag of holding and hand it to you.
Oh, thank you, Hades. I'll give him his book back. This was good reading to you. That's an even translation. I learned a lot from it.
Into the bag of holding and be like, he looks at Z, he's like,
He raises an eyebrow like.
Okay, as any last
from this book, I can't wait to test it out after the journey.
As any last discussions and swapping of items is going on, I'm going to go below and get obsidian.
Okay. You guys are within minutes of... You can't actually make it all the way to shore, but you're like minutes of getting close enough where you can take a longboat and actually make it to shore. Because there's no actual port.
Is there any other stuff we need to divvy out before we go? Any potions that haven't been divvied or anything else?
Unless anybody else wants a magical cloak.
I think Helga still has the one about with the wisdom checks or saving throws. I think because
Did you say the other book is a wisdom is a wisdom book?
I think there's charisma.
Yeah. So there is one of the books increases your wisdom by 3, and then you're resistant to all spells that affect your senses. Is that, or are you,
hold on,
are you thinking of?
I'm looking at the cloaks. It was definitely a cloak because Helga doesn't do books.
That's fair.
Saying that for somebody who has really low.
Oh, advantage on wisdom and intelligence saving throws?
Yeah, that one.
You want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Helga hit hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if Helga gets, that's
that's
gonna be dangerous.
Is the black cloak with silver details still available? Immunity to peril?
Yeah, all the with whoever is super outdated, so.
I will also say those original cloaks, most of you can't wear anymore with your armors. Because your armors take up also the slot.
I don't wear armor, so
I don't wear armor.
I mean, if you don't wear armor, that's fine, but I'm just saying for those that actually wear the current like legendary armor you have, you cannot wear those cloaks.
Yeah, we're too buff. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I have my cloak of invisibility. We're okay.
Okay. Did you want a cloak, Ren, or are you good?
I'm assuming they're attunement.
No.
They're not. Then
They're
yeah,
not.
I want them. They're for sure.
There's one that constantly heals 1d6 health per turn.
Don't need that one because I already heal 20 health per turn.
Love that. Charisma checks and saving throws have advantage +1 to a saving throw from a scene attack.
What is that one?
That is a red cloak with orange detail.
They have no names, they're just specific things they stole.
Colors.
Yeah.
What does it give you?
Sorry?
What does it give you? A +1 on saves versus what?
The saving throw from a scene attack.
From a attack you can see.
Yes. And then charisma check and saving throw have advantage. Otherwise, there is every magic spell is 1d6 poison. +1 to all magic spells. Resistant to poisons, toxins, and paralysis. And then immune to paralyzed, charm, and petrification.
Nobody is taking that one. I will take that one because that is a very helpful. Being immune to multiple status effects is never bad.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
I'll take that green book if nobody took it.
Yeah, the green book? Okay.
Somebody's got to take the book because that is a good buff.
Yeah, I'll take the green book if because technically the soul staff isn't an attunement thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That. Go for it.
It'd be like whipping around different things.
I will write down cloak. What color was the cloak? I'll have to just write it down so Joe can know what it is.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you
Send
so
it
much.
to
and I'll
me
put
as
it
well
right
so I
here.
can make it for her.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I do have, I'm not kidding, 17 plus 3 daggers. Does anyone need an extra dagger? They have a +3.
Ooh.
So literally just bandoliers.
How many daggers can you hold on your person at one time?
I mean, I can hold, they are in a bandolier, so I can hold as many as I want.
Ooh, there we go.
But they just
I just already have 2 daggers, so I don't know if, can I
You can,
You can have as many daggers as you want. It's just really what you can have in your hands. I mean, you can have them on your person.
Put them
It's
in
just
your boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
I
Cool.
have time to attune to Dira's greatsword?
I'll say yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because we
I'll
haven't
take a
known when
dagger.
everyone started doing this stuff. Okay, one dagger for you. Did you want one, Dahlia?
Sure.
Okay. Anyone else need a +3 dagger or more than one? I have
You
so
get a
many
dagger.
of
You
them.
get a dagger. You get a dagger. Look on your seat. You get a dagger.
Yay!
Like a
I know
couple.
Corbin wants a cloak. I'm just trying to decide which one would be better for him. The one with healing or to buff his magic? Probably healing. Probably healing.
That'll be good.
Yeah, we'll go with the, if no one else wants the 1d6 of health per turn.
For Corbin?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
a squishy boy.
Got it.
Okay, how we doing?
There, right?
It depends what you're about to say next, DM.
You're right.
I'm just looking at time and just making sure we still got enough time for what
I'm
next
gonna
is come.
give the +1 to all magic spells to Cargram then.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Unless
Okay,
Hades or Xander. I don't know who else. I guess Dahlia
take
cast
it.
spells, huh?
Yeah.
What is it, a book?
And no, I'm talking about the cloak.
Oh, I already have the other cloak. Unless I can wear
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You already
Nope.
got cloak. Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess,
No,
I
the
guess
DM's not that crazy. Like,
Joe, can I wear a cloak? Am I allowed?
put a cloak on Kobe, please, I beg of you.
I'm wearing a jacket and a breastplate.
Cloak, overcoat.
well, you got a
Over
jacket,
armor.
so
I
Like,
want
go
to
for
say
it.
no, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
say no.
I want to say it. I'm gonna say it.
What about Kobe?
Xander,
Kobe
with
can
your
have one.
You said you
armor?
couldn't wear them with armor.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have
You
been
want-
in.
Kobe can
Kobe
have
will
one.
But
You want
just a
Colby to
straight-
have the each spell is also poison?
He doesn't really use.
Yeah.
Well, would that affect Hunter's Mark? Because that's a spell.
Wait,
Would it affect
what?
Hunter's Mark?
Wait,
Yeah.
what does it do?
Every magic spell is also 1d6 poison.
Well, that's if it should be a magic that a spell
Attack.
a spell attack.
Spell
so
attack.
so Hunter's
Got it.
Mark would do nothing. to
I
Hunter's
mean,
Mark.
if Kobe would rather have the healing one, Corbin will absolutely
Nah,
take
he
buff
doesn't
to
need
his
it.
magic, so...
He doesn't need it. He's fine.
He's
I don't think he
Nothing
has
is wrong with him.
anything that does like direct magic. So
There's also the ones that are like condition immunities that might be useful.
You
yeah,
got
anything
resistant to
left over, he'll
poison,
take.
toxin, and paralysis.
Yeah, I mean, if no one's
Yeah,
taking
I
him, he'll
thought-
take one.
Which one did Dahlia take? I can't remember.
Dahlia took the all spells fired have an extra 100
Oh,
feet of range.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's nice. That's good
Mhm.
for you. It's sure.
I'm a very squishy girl now. I need to shoot far away as possible.
Right.
Squeeze.
Unfortunately, the only extra armor I have is only for a paladin.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Okay, so did you want was it Colby?
Yeah,
Colby.
that's fine.
Do the poison, toxins, and paralysis then, or
Sure.
Are there two of those?
does he
Like
does
that
he
one?
want that or the? Well, he doesn't do spells though, right?
Not really. No, he
There's
has nothing.
paralyzed, charm, petrification,
sorry.
and
There's-
poison, toxin, paralysis. So
There's
Yeah,
also the
okay.
charisma checks and saving throws have advantage, and +1 to a saving throw from a scene attack.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you'd rather have that.
I mean, we can brainstorm it too. Like if you need to sit and think about what would be better for, as long as we
Yeah, I
decide
can
to go
I
Saturday,
can send
right?
the 3 that are unclaimed.
Honestly, he's not going to be anywhere. He'll be like 300 feet away because he has sharpshooter and a longbow, basically.
Got it.
Fair
So
enough.
he should be okay.
Okay, cool. And
He'll
then
be at
I
least
didn't
320 feet away.
at least. I didn't hear you, Xander, if you did respond on if you can wear a cloak with your armor or no.
I don't believe I can.
No,
or at least,
okay.
Yeah, or at least I sell Seraphine's cloak, if anything.
Okay,
But,
you're already okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you had any books left, but
I do. I have the blue book of spell. So you'd be resistant to all spells that affect your senses, and your wisdom would increase by 3. Would you like that?
I'll take that if Dolly wasn't gonna take it, but yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Xander's taking that, or Hal's taking that?
Xander.
Okay.
That's fine. He can fly.
I'm assuming you're tracking all this, Sarah, so keep sending me
Yes.
information
I
so I
will.
can do all this.
Yeah.
Because I am not taking notes.
You're like, who's taking notes? I thought you were taking notes.
Does Hal want a cloak, or can he not wear one?
River Queen is taking notes, obviously.
Hal can't wear a cloak.
Okay.
Yeah, no, with his wing, shit.
I mean,
He's fine.
Yeah, no, you can't wear a cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall boy.
Cool. Okay.
Well, you said something about people not wearing them with armor, right?
No,
Well,
it's just
certain armor can't.
I have certain armor for certain people that can't wear the cloaks, but if you already have a cloak, like I think Fiona already has a cloak, like that was fine because it was already set up when the armor was created.
Oh, gotcha.
Cool.
Because I've been not even listening because they're like, oh, I have armor.
Yeah. Well, is Dira's a melee fighter?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Paladin.
Okay. Well, I do have resistant to poison, toxins, and paralysis, or the charisma checks and saving throws have advantage, +1 to a saving throw from a scene attack. Still available,
I mean,
if you would like either of those.
if no one else wants the charisma one, I might as well max that out as much as I can.
Yeah, it makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Give
get your
that
spell
to
casting up there.
Well,
Cool.
and my smiting and my
Fair.
You
Yeah.
My
might-
edge.
Smite me on
Oh,
my
wait,
he
that's-
smiter.
That's my turn.
Yes.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now that
Cool.
we're
Is
done
everybody-
shopping.
Anyway, thanks for stopping at the shop of Renora.
The item that first bugged me that Renora got is the item at the end of the game that really bugs me that she still had.
Yay! A thorn in the side the entire campaign.
Worse than the void armor?
No,
Or the void coat?
Nothing can be
I
worse
hate that. I hate that thing.
You made it.
I did make it, but I regret Ben having it.
let's just move on, okay? Like, we're moving on. You can yell at me later.
All right. So, as you guys get within essentially 1 minute from actually putting down anchor and getting to longboat, is there anything you want to do before you get into a longboat to make your way there? Okay.
I am going to be riding over on Obsidian. We're going to be flying. If anybody wants to fly with me,
I am
I'll
going
fly alongside
to.
you.
I'm gonna go straight as quick as I can
Fly with you.
to
Hal fly.
What?
I'm gonna
Hell's flying?
Silicon,
What the shit?
Silicon,
Shut up!
Don't interrupt her.
I'm gonna fly straight to Silicon Murph to try and help them defend whatever they're defending. I missed it. Is anybody riding with me?
Yeah, I am.
I'm
All right.
flanking you.
Okay. So
I'm on the boat.
fly.
Is that Zephinia flying with me?
I'm riding with you, yes.
I was just making sure what character you were talking as.
Oh, yep, sorry. It's Z.
Okay.
So those
Green
group
is
is
in the
able to
boat.
fly over the battlefield and immediately land by this door Silicon Murph is currently holding out. As they're fighting with one arm apiece, they're constantly trying to like rip this thing open and hold it with their hand as they're like taking turns, like switching off. Like one of them then holds with both hands and they switch back and forth and they're taking turns as you guys flying. It's about fucking time!
Got here as fast as we
Where
could.
are the rest of them?
They're right behind.
I'm gonna start blasting off cones of cold at the guys coming at
Okay,
us.
we're not going to actually roll initiative. You guys are going to be fighting back and stuff like that. The rest of you decide to come into the ship and you start moving your way through.
I am
Hades.
swiping and slashing and smiting and using the powers of blades and all kinds of stuff.
Hades is the god of lore. Give me a Arcana check on what they're doing as you see it right up and close.
Ripping and tearing. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 24.
It looks like Murph and Silic have been temporarily given a gift to be able to manipulate magic that cannot be destroyed. During the process, though, it requires one person to constantly manipulate it. You assume that they're not planning to go in with you. Someone needs to stay out. So it looks like they're trying to hold open the door due to the magic parameters to get you guys in, and then they'll close the door as you guys go in, basically unable to follow you.
Like both of them?
It looks like the plan. Theoretically, it looks like maybe one person could do it, but they would be sacrificing their life in the process.
Silic.
I think he just leaves it be. That's their choice.
Okay. All right. As the longboat makes it in, the rest of you immediately start cutting your way through and making it over to Silic and Murph. They immediately try to hold open the door as you guys immediately have a small window to try to start passing through. All right, come on, let's go. We can only hold this up for much longer.
Let's go, everybody inside. Magnificent bastards last. Let's go.
Guess that be me then. I'm gonna just kind of keep slashing away as people are going through.
Okay. Dolly, you were gonna say something?
I make sure I'm one of the last.
Okay.
To buy time, I throw up a wall of ice.
Okay.
To try to like
slow them down.
Things coming so we can get in. Yeah.
Noted. Got it. Okay.
And I'll go in.
Okay, so we got.
Miss Birna passes Murph. She's gonna just sock him in the shoulder. You're coming back to us. Hang in there.
Right behind you, Mama Fee. You know me. Don't worry.
As
See
I
you
pass
on the
him,
other side, brother.
See you again, little sister.
Okay.
As I pass him, I'll look at them both and just be like, I know what you're doing. Thank you. And I'll go in.
Okay.
I'm in my plague flight form, so I just freaking streak like a bullet into there and don't look back.
I hang back for Dira to ensure she goes through too.
Murph, I just sent you a message just in
And
case.
Fig would have gone already in right away because they can move kind of fast.
Elva's probably
Trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up with Mixus to keep an eye on her.
Okay.
Always chasing the red squad.
So Dahlia holds back. Anybody else hold back?
I'm gonna go as last as I can.
Okay.
I'm sitting there with Dira, and I kind of can't go anywhere until the horse goes.
Oh, yeah, there's that. All right.
Onward!
I mean, you could get off if you wanted to, but...
Silic just looks at you, Dira. It's like, don't worry, it's all taken care of. Just go on in.
All right. Come on, Dahlia, let's go.
Renora's probably gonna be one of the first people in.
You're like, fuck
as
this, I'm in.
Kargrim, literally, she's gonna be like, bye. Kargrim is gonna like try to like pat Merxus. Yeah. I try to mix Silic and Murph. Merxus?
Merxus! Now there's a picture.
He's gonna like as he walks by Silic, be like, get like a little pat, like thanks, like acknowledgement type thing.
Good boy.
Same with Murph. Like, yeah, good job.
You got that old
Go
man
team.
nod.
You didn't fuck up.
You hear that? She said we were good boys. We were good boys.
Renora's like, that's right, open the door for me coming through. Okay.
I take a potion of... It's the Silic look beaten up.
Oh yeah, he looks fucking. Both of them look pretty fucking destroyed, slashed up. Their armor's pretty fucked up. It looks like their armor lost all magical properties at this point.
I put if I can, put a potion of a superior healing in his hand. I'm like, come on.
While holding one hand on the door, he just puts his hand on you. I have to be here to do this. You knew it was going to happen. We need to do this. It's what we're supposed to do. You take care of her. You've seen what was going to happen.
Silic, don't you do this.
He just puts his hand on your shoulder and just looks. You're a queen now. You don't need me. But I love you. And you got better things to do. As he just grabs you behind the back and just pushes you in. As he's about to let go of the door.
Hold the door for me, Silic.
Wait,
I
what?
need to get ready for this.
Dahlia
Hold the
tries
door
to
for
grab
me.
him and force him in there with her. She's not getting walled out again a second time.
All right. So between Murph pushing him in and her pulling him in, he gets immediately pulled in there. Murph, you cannot hold the door open.
As he pushed Silic through the door, he would have slipped the necklace that he's worn this entire time to hide the scarred gladiator features. We're alone. Time. It is time, isn't it? It is. Well then. One last time then. One last time. He strips, he just like shreds the armor. Animas comes up, and as this armor encapsulates him, it almost takes on this, what Echoes is seen as the War Singer armor, and it's spiked and jaded all over, and he roars, and this form is more brutal, more visceral. Like, no one could have been around for this, because if they were around, chances are he might do more harm than good. But now's the time, and he charges forward into battle. And, well, Zoe probably realizes he has a necklace on after he gets pushed into the door.
You motherfucker. He finds the necklace on.
As the battle crashes, as every ounce of skill, savagery, rage pours through, the necklace starts to crack almost ice over. And Murph, in a very calm, removed, pre-recorded message, states, "We've come to it. I know, I can hear you now, Renora. Big surprise. I'm sorry I couldn't be more. Sorry I couldn't grow past the trauma, the dancing with death. But please, hear this. You have all given me more joy, more laughter, more happiness than I ever thought in my wildest dreams I'd have. So, Renora, I hope all your plots come to fruition and your coffers are always full. And then you get the opportunity to show that heart of yours. Sander, I know your tales and your songs will be magnificent. Save a verse for the big one. Would you, baby? Mixus, you have given me laughter. You have let me see a world with eyes that are unique, to say the least. Don't let nothing or nobody, including whatever title or responsibilities you hold to the Fae, dampen that bright, beautiful, wild spirit. Finra, Mama Fee, I cannot tell you the respect I have for your restraint and your care for this band of misfits. As Murph's fighting, I can hear this pre-recorded message. The spikes of ice are growing bigger, and streaks of frozen tears are running down. Little sister, I have always known that you can be more. Don't sell yourself short. Live and be loved and allow yourself that. For my brothers and sisters, in this time of ending, I have one last wish. Battle kind of freezes and these spikes of ice, this armor explodes, taking countless with them. And just leaving this frozen statue. And the last words echo, I have one last wish. Kill that bitch! Sculpture just disappears in the snow and the battle fades.
As you're all locked inside, unable to stop what he's doing, especially Scylla can't stop him, you're all safe inside, but unable to leave until the job is done. As you see him complete his task on the inside, he got you through. With one last grasp of life, he sacrificed his life to kill the army outside. And that's where we're going to end it for the night.
Oh, we're not to die until next week. Right?
We salute you, soldier.
So.
Oh God!
I got you guys the last blade.
All right.
Jesus.
With everybody inside, we will continue with the next one with the final battle and the epilogue. For all you are viewing, we will post on socials when we'll have that go live. We will officially play Saturday, but we will not stream it. We'll record it and let you guys know when it will be uploaded on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. That being said, everybody have a fantastic night. We'll see you next
Bring tissues.
Yes,
Watch our socials. You'll see pictures.
Yes.
Pour one out for Murph.
Yeah, we'll have you
Pour one out for one Tommy.
One for Murph.